We're in.
Yes. Oh.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tabletop Notch. It's chapter 24.
Congratulations, Leah.
Thank you.
I really thought it was 25.
All nat 20s tonight.
Oh, yeah, I love 24.
We're going to jump right back in. We are in the middle of combat. I can even bring that up now.
Sure
for
are.
those of you joining
well,
us again.
Some of us anyways.
I can't just have you just run.
We're in the graveyard fighting off the undead while Yannick does his thing. Does anybody have any thoughts, notes, things to say? Thanks.
No, we're in our third month of subs, guys. So if you've been loyal for 3 whole months, you get a new little Mike and Mushroom friend icon.
Yes, they're very cute.
Yeah.
As long as
I meant to
relationship
post about
I've
it.
had.
You'll see it. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a surprise. It's gonna be
A
great.
semi-intelligent mushroom being.
Sure.
I don't know how intelligent they are. To be determined. Any other thoughts before we roll that intro?
Roll that intro.
Get ready for some
On
fun.
that note, roll that intro. Welcome back. In chapter 23, True Colors Can't Hide. Beezaura and Graven had just retrieved their newly silvered armaments from the blacksmith when they spotted Sergeant Uriel leaving the reservation center. After bidding his scribes good evening, Uriel slipped a note to a nearby shrub that Beezaura went to retrieve when the coast was clear. The parchment contained the names of a few citizens whose standing rating was dangerously close to the 70% cutoff, but not wanting to get caught with information we weren't supposed to have, we burned the note and headed back to the Wet Dock Tavern. Safira, on her way through town after catching up with Jillian, noticed a street-side gathering that featured the oft-discussed Quentin Femme, who had captured the attention of a number of locals to lament about the draconic standing system. After probing his intentions for a bit, Safira backed off and headed south to meet back up with the rest of the party. Erland and Orba, determining their imminent break-in to be too time-sensitive to push to tomorrow, made their way to the Natural Studies Institute, where a bit of mage hand trickery and careful timing got them past the guards and into the back stairwell leading up to the second-floor labs. There they found a haggard Marvin Bishop, trapped in a magic cage, and though he could only communicate through written phrases, we learned that the Lemonade Man had been keeping him there to do some ominous research, and that it possibly tied into the transportation circles and glass contraptions that we saw in our travels. With the sound of footsteps approaching, we took the only escape route available to us in Grimari's abandoned office, which had now been converted to storage for organic matter that the Institute was experimenting with. After snagging a few items of note, Orba's featherfall allowed us to jump safely from the window and escape the grounds mostly unnoticed. While this was happening, Graven and Beezaura had been asking around about the other Goliath they heard was a resident of Mukmu, before the approach of midnight meant it was time to make for the cemetery. They found Safira just outside the city gates, who had stumbled upon a strange encounter of her own when she saw local merchants handing out free lemonade to the children of Mukmu. Yannick did not want to waste an opportunity to communicate with the dead, so we agreed to start the ritual with the hopes that our lagging companions might catch up before the attacks became overwhelming. As the spirits began to rise and surround our fortified mortuary, we wondered, would Yannick's contact yield information pertinent to any of our current loose threads? Would we be able to get the full story of Marvin Bishop's capture before it was too late? No. And at what point, in the height of combat, would Safira reach for a swig of her precious lemonade?
Oh, yeah! You haven't even tried it yet!
Whoa!
Do it!
No.
Her head just spins out of control.
There's so many lemonade powers!
Blackout.
Never before as a summary dropped so much.
You saw the kids drink it, and
Yeah, they
You
didn't.
could be that happy and hyper.
They didn't go beast mode. They just were like lemonade.
started burning down the city.
But you didn't see them like 20 minutes in.
We find out now on chapter 24 of A Peek Beneath the Veil.
Got really excited.
For
You
some
should take a
lemonade chugging.
swig of her sacred
Gulp,
lemonade.
gulp, gulp. Come on, you like drinking things.
All right, where were
If you stood along one of Mukmu's northern battlements and looked out away from the city, you'd see a dazzling display of color, green flashes that pop off like fireworks, flares of divine light, and the dull ethereal glow of lanterns illuminating the outline of shadowy undead creatures. Among the moans and whispers in the graveyard, a gentle rumbling commences from within the mortuary, where Yannick's chanting grows louder. The words spilling out more rapidly, as if heeding his call, a number of skeletons begin to punch through the ground and up to the surface.
Oh, you do. That's
One of
we?
them,
At least they don't need silver.
one of them gets up to the top of its ribcage, allowing it to free its arms up above the soil, and after doing so, reaches up and with a sickening snap, disconnects its head, and the body falls to the earth for a second.
What?
Before, its eyes, lying prone on the ground, light up with a reddish orange, and a green mist trails around it, and it shoots upward, rising and hovering about 6 feet above the ground.
Of course
Damn
it
it.
does.
Oh boy.
Sounds like a misty skeleton head.
Yes, it's like a misty green sort of skeleton head. The skeletons are going to be. Let me show me the board again. Between there are 6 between Safira and Beezaura, and
So the head has like a mind of its own.
the head is floating on its own. Yeah, with sort of
Oh,
red
great.
glowing eyes and a green.
So basically,
mist.
one thing came up, but it turned into 2 different units.
No, there
Okay.
are 2 skeletons that rose, and then a
Uh-huh.
3rd skeleton rose, disconnected its head, so now it's like a floating.
Head.
Oh, so it's
Yes.
just
But where's the
that
body?
head.
The body isn't
doesn't
the-
do anything.
The body is lying limp on the
His
ground.
Okay.
bones.
He's bones.
It's just bones. Sorry.
Okay. Is that
And then,
No.
right above the skeletons, 11. Oh no, between
No.
Safira and skeletons is.
shared with zombies is
Yeah, put it after the zombies.
Oh.
The head.
Yep.
The head. Oh.
You may put Flame Skull.
Oh, excuse us.
Yes, that's a better name than floating skeleton.
Then that
Then
head,
ding dong diddle skeleton.
that little head thing in the sky.
So the red one is the floating skeleton head.
Right.
These are the standard skeletons. Just to recap, there's one zombie there. There is a shadow that's right next to Beezaura. There's a ghost here, and there's a ghost way over here somewhere that has not gotten its way back onto the battlefield.
That's the one that just came back.
This one just got back onto the battlefield, yes.
So, ghost, shadow,
Not going in the frame, is it?
completely ethereal.
You know that for sure, yes.
Skeleton, corporeal.
Physical beings, yeah, corporeal
It's
beings.
same as
yeah.
the zombie.
Yep.
And that's either we don't know or
You
it's a
don't
mix.
know that.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
you don't know that.
But the skull, I mean, isn't the skull part of
The skull is physical,
Well,
yes,
that
but it
head.
has a kind of a mist around it.
Okay.
It's kind of a floating mist.
Okay.
And we'll dive right back into combat, which starts with Graven at the
Oh
top
my
of the
God.
line.
Golly.
Let's go!
Golly green
Graven
giant.
is so
Well, that's
confident. He's gonna do something confident. I don't really see any of that other stuff yet. Okay, I'm gonna turn towards the
Probably you
shadow.
can see the skeletons that
Yeah,
showed up.
yeah, that's true.
Just not the flame skull really on the other side.
I'm gonna turn. I also can't remember if that shadow's been hit yet.
It has been hit.
It has.
Yes,
Okay.
Beezaura has hit it once.
Okay. Let's try to take care of that. Some sacred flame towards that guy there. Ah!
Oh, wow.
Do it. It's a save. is that what it
Dexterity
is?
saving throw.
Dexterity saving. 10 save.
It fails.
That's a fail. Great. Roll for damage.
Nice.
Takes
Sit
1d8
down.
radiant.
An auspicious start.
5 radiant damage.
Great. And you see it sort of flinch from the divine light coming down. Great.
Cool.
Any other things? Ooh, actually, the light kind of, and you see it sort of not only flinch, but it seems like it got rattled and bought. It seemed like it took extra damage. Vulnerable to radiant damage.
Was
Came
that
out
on
of
again?
nowhere.
The shadow.
The
right
shadow
next to
was
Beezaura.
Nice.
vulnerable to radiant.
Okay.
Great. Didn't finish that
Recognizing
Shadow
that my
vulnerable to light.
yeah. I feel powerful. I'm gonna kind of run over. So these are double squares.
Yes,
right? So
10
I only
feet
really
per
have-
square.
I only have
You can do half a square too. You don't have to do a whole one.
30. So three
Sure,
squares,
3 squares, yep.
right? Like 1, 2, 3.
You want to go
I
there?
can go there. Yeah.
Okay.
Towards that.
Safira sees
skeleton.
Graven kind of
Yeah.
trudge
I'm gonna
across the
try to-
battlefield.
I'm gonna flank him. All right. That's it.
Okay. The shadow, great. So,
Shadow.
so seeing the divine light, it actually kind of fears Graven a little bit. It's going to rotate around to the other side of Beezaura to try and get away from him.
You can't get away from me.
And then it's going to make an attack on Beezaura.
Stay strong, little one.
Don't.
Natural one. So
No.
as it's sort of trying to
I
move
really
around
freaked it out.
and dodge it, yeah,
Thank
it kind
you.
of takes
Yeah.
a sort of half-handed swipe and it isn't able to do anything. Great.
Nice
Who's
try,
next?
Shadow.
Zombies.
Zombies.
They're gonna
finish that
lurch
off.
forward, and they are too not agile enough to climb up the wall, so they can only lumber
interesting.
towards Beezaura.
Okay, then the flame skull.
Okay, so you see the skull kind of float, and it hovers forward a little bit, and it's gonna move.
He's also
I
a
just wanna
very
know what
ominous color.
Yeah, what is it gonna do?
It's nobody you can't see this, but it's red.
Move very fast.
It's not red.
I know. Well, I just
Oh,
meant
you
the
can see it on
token.
the
I
map.
just
Yes,
meant the
yes.
token.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
They
Zoom out
can't
a
see
little
it.
bit on the thing. It's close enough.
Scary. Devil head.
Great. So, and you see it sort of opens its mouth and a ball of energy, and it kind of and a few missiles go out, and 3 of them hit Beezaura.
What?
Automatically hit.
They're magic missiles, so they automatically hit.
Oh yeah.
You take 10 force damage
Oh my
as the.
god. 10?
Yep,
Missiles just hit you?
Magic missiles are automatic.
they're automatic hits unless you have something that makes you immune to them.
Oh wow, this is the lowest I've ever been.
What are you at?
That's it.
After flame skull, it's Safira.
Safira.
So I heard the missiles.
Sure. Yeah, you saw that they're like flashes of light as well. They kind of.
So I'm gonna drop the ballista, zoom around with my arrow,
Great.
and I would like to use one of my my spells, I'd like to use Hunter's Mark.
Great, which is a bonus action.
It's a bonus action
Great.
after,
So just read that so that everybody knows what's up.
You choose a creature you can see within range and mystically mark it as your quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target wherever you hit it with a weapon attack, and you have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or wisdom survival check you make to find
To
it.
track it, yeah.
If the target drops to 0 hit points before this spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to mark a new creature.
Great. So yeah, he's marked. Make sure you flip over a spell slot to
Yes.
know that you use one.
I've never done it before.
Okay, so she reaches out and
you
there's
got
sort
enough
of
to do.
you see this kind of ring of light go around it that sort of illuminates a little bit, makes it easier to sort of see.
Yeah, and I'm gonna aim one of my silver tipped arrows.
Great.
Like, right.
Make an attack roll.
Just dissolve it, please.
Oh boy.
11 to hit.
11 misses.
Oh no.
And you see the arrow kind of stick into the grass behind him. Who's up? Or you got something else?
Yeah, are you good, Safira?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not moving.
It's skeletons.
Skeletons, great. So I think they... Okay, that one's gonna lumber up to Graven and take a hack at him. 7 to hit.
Misses.
Great, so kind of lumbering through. Takes a swipe.
Okay, after the skeletons, it's Boozy.
Okay, I am gonna just really get it together. Just get that shadow guy.
Great. See him kind of moving around you, backhanded swipe. Make an attack roll. And that's the shadow.
Oh. That's 11.
11 misses. So he kind of takes a backswing, goes through.
Turn around.
Yep.
Okay, I guess I'll stay for right. Ooh, yeah, I'll stay for right now.
Okay.
And I'll see what happens next time.
Well, there's only one thing she can use if she doesn't hit. Some of them require a
Yeah.
hit.
Okay, ghosts.
The ghost, yeah. So this one is still. It's probably just got back on the map. We'll get.
Oh, the one that went.
Yeah, the one that went super flying. Okay.
They have 40 feet of movement?
Yep.
Okay, top of the lineup with Graven. Let's go, Fire
right.
Boy.
Which way? Which side is the entrance to Yannick?
You guys are. Wait, the entrance.
The
This,
entrance,
the door
that's
to the
the
mortuary.
entrance,
Yes.
okay.
Yep. Between the two lanterns. Yep. And the gates of Mukmu are up here. So you guys, if you come in, we'll be coming from that side.
Graven.
Graven, you're up.
Skeleton right in front of me, right?
Yep. Skeleton.
We're on you.
Ready my mace, but I'm gonna turn and fire another sacred flame at the shadow.
At the shadow. Great. Great. Make it. It's a save again.
Dexterity saving. throw.
Natural one. Double natural ones.
Nice. You're so scared.
Roll for damage.
8
Yeah.
That's it.
So you see the light come down, and as the light dims, it's gone.
Yes.
Yes. Here we go.
Good job. Good job.
You can erase shadow. That was the only shadow. on
That was
there,
the only
so you can erase
shadow?
that, Yep.
Should I save that spot of initiative, or would they re-roll if another shadow
They'd
comes?
re-roll, yeah. So
Okay,
yeah,
got
you
it.
can erase it.
See ya.
No,
Yeah,
anything
you're
else?
not coming.
Sure. I mean, I can't hold any other. That's my action, right?
Okay,
I can't,
yeah, that
like,
takes an
hold
action.
anything. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna stare at the skeleton.
Great. He sees you like reach over his shoulder to like smite his friend.
Okay, after that it's zombies.
Zombies. He's finally gonna get a chance to lurch forward here and make
God.
an attack on Beezaura. 7 to hit.
No.
So he sort of reaches
Please,
out. and
no.
can't find it. Who's next?
Okay, after the zombies it's the flame skull.
Flame Skull. Great. So he's gonna stay at range here,
Great.
and he's going to make. You see the eyes light up, and one light goes one way, and one light goes another way. He's gonna shoot one ray at Safira and one at Beezaura.
No.
At Beezaura, 16 to hit,
No.
and at Safira, 20 to hit.
20 hits.
Great.
These aren't the same as the last ones that automatically hit?
Nope, different spell.
Great.
You take 7 fire damage. And the light kind of goes across the sky, and there's sort of a flash in the air. All right.
Alright, after the flame skull it's Safira.
Okay. I'm gonna. It takes an action to reload the ballista.
It
right?
does, yes.
I'm
means
gonna
current to
reload the ballista.
Great.
And then I'm gonna take.
Bonus action.
Can I also turn it around? Can I also like?
It takes a bonus action to turn it.
Can I?
It's now loaded.
Yeah. So
To
you could
turn
turn
it
it 90
90,
degrees.
right?
I
Yes, to
want to
turn
turn
it
it
90
90 degrees.
Okay,
yeah.
this way. So the point is facing.
Yeah, you can't get it to face the.
Yeah.
That puts the skull guy in range, I think.
Yeah, it has a 90-degree arc. Actually, that doesn't
I
look
don't
like
know-
it
it
is.
doesn't
Yeah,
look like it
it look
does.
because it's diagonal, so it
Yeah,
would be like
it's
this.
like 10 feet
Yeah.
off.
So it is not. But she couldn't fire it this turn anyway.
Right. Oh, that's
So
true.
if he
She reloaded it,
moved.
turned it. Yep.
So now, well, you'd actually be in better spot to shoot anyway.
Yeah. And next turn she could bonus
yeah.
action first to turn it and fire
And then
it
shoot.
again.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
probably for the best.
Yep.
Okay.
Great. So she sort of turns it. Who's up?
Okay, after Safira, it's skeletons.
Skeletons. That one's just gonna take a hack at Graven with its sort of sword. 17 to hit. Hits.
No.
Right.
God, guys.
Am I on the right one here? Yeah, there we go. You take 4 damage, 4 piercing damage. Slashing damage, sorry. Slashes. And this one, also a little too brittle to climb the walls. 1, 2, 3. Is gonna try and make its way around to the front.
Okay, after that's BZ.
All
I'm
right.
going after that guy.
The zombie?
Yeah.
Great.
Just like hack at him. Gonna do the blue one
Attack
this
roll.
time. Ah! 23.
That hits.
There we
Roll
go.
for damage.
That's right.
I never picked the right one.
Scooby-Dooby.
Sorry. Well, it still landed good. 7.
7 damage. Great. Zombie, there we go.
And you
Great.
want to do anything else?
Anything else?
Yes. I think I'm going to use my second wind
Great.
as a bonus action and
Swing.
regain myself. So I use a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level.
Great.
So
Awesome.
That's so
I roll the d10, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know so many cool things.
Is
with this.
that's not it.
12, yeah.
It's the double one.
This one.
Yeah. It's the one.
Okay.
It's the triangle.
The 0 is the best.
Anthony
It's the
says
triangle.
everything's a pyramid.
And the zero. Oh, the
0
zero
is the best because that's 10.
4.
Plus your fighter level, which is 3, so 7.
7.
You heal
So I
7.
gain 7.
Feel the invigoration
We're
running
getting
through.
back.
Great.
Getting it. All right, after BZ, it's ghosts. Unless you wanted to
ghosts.
move Beezaura, but
So that one gets in range of
Oh
Graven.
yeah, I haven't moved.
And this one's
Okay,
going to
you
be
were-
Come
up
to
here, up
me,
here.
my enemies.
That's the thing. So that one doesn't quite get there. So that one is going to walk up to Graven.
Oh, gosh, double team.
Make sure I have
Feel
the
good
right.
about this.
Great. So it's going to sort of reach forward, make an attack. 14 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. So it goes and you jump out of the way. And that's it.
that was ghosts.
That's
so
ghosts.
top of the lineup.
Top of the lineup.
Okay. Free action to go run up to it and smack it.
If you're within melee range, it takes a free action to smash the light.
That will like poof, that.
You
Even
can
if my
cover,
eyes are closed?
No, that one you can cover your eyes and smash it because you know where it is. The reason Safira's was because she had to actually jam it in its face.
right.
You can walk up to it and look the other way and elbow it and smash it. Yeah.
And in terms of where both of the ghosts are they in range of getting affected by both
definitely.
of them?
This one's behind the mortuary. That one would get.
And does it do anything to the zombies or skeletons that I know
You
of?
don't know that.
Okay.
He told you only incorporeal creatures would get knocked back by it.
I don't like these guys. Okay. And I'm within 30 of that one on the corner, closest to me, right?
This one?
No, I mean the
Oh,
yellow
yes,
guy.
yes, you
Okay.
are.
All right.
It would be 2 attacks of opportunity
Yeah.
as you exit the range of both of them.
Jesus. All right. Well, first I'm just gonna swing my mace at the skeleton in front of me.
Great.
Yeah.
Make an attack roll.
I say don't.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Good idea.
For damage.
Okay.
This is just with your mace?
Yeah, it's just a mace. Yeah.
Okay.
It's never
D6.
just a mace.
Double the dice.
So for 6 bludgeoning.
6 bludgeoning.
Good job.
It's bludgeoning damage?
Yeah.
On the skeleton?
Yeah.
Skeleton.
Yeah.
So you sort of, and you see some of the ribs kind of crash away. It looks like it's really busted up, but
Okay.
it is alive.
And then Beezaura, cover your eyes and run over to the. I don't want that ghost to do shit to us.
Okay. So the skeleton's gonna make an attack on you.
Okay.
12 to hit.
Misses.
Nice.
And then the ghost also gets a shot. Let me make sure I'm on the right one. There we go. 12 to hit.
Misses.
Great.
And yeah.
So Graven kind of puts the shield up and he runs and they kind of
Yeah.
So
Or
the light,
I guess my mace.
the glass kind of shatters, and in doing so, this like burst of light goes flying out. This guy gets flung way off here. This guy gets.
Yes. Okay.
Because he was part team.
Is there a range on Hunter's Mark? Like a maximum, because this might
Well,
have.
it's just within
That's
my
technically still
range. So I had 90 feet.
Yeah, so this comes off because I got blasted.
Sorry.
She can cast it again.
Worth it.
Yeah.
She can always cast it again. It's a bonus action. It's not an action. So.
So are they just off the field?
Yes, they are not dead. They are just off the field.
You can't
But-
fire those missiles right now.
And take away that yellow thing, I guess, right?
Yes,
Thank
that's
you.
So does
Good, because
anything
now
I
we
can
still have
see?
the two corners. Okay, good.
Yes, because that goes to
Well, it's a light. Yeah, so he's on the other side of the mortuary. So yeah, it's not like it's not a physical force. It's like a.
The rest of my turn will just be turning around.
Is it done?
Already gone.
All right,
And that's
zombies.
Zombies. Okay, so that one, seeing sort of the flash of
Well
light,
done, my
it's
friend.
gonna lurch towards Graven and make an attack there.
Okay.
Sorry.
Zombie. Oh goodness, crackly crackle. Let's see if I can. Natural 1.
Oh my god, are you serious?
The zombie
I
kind of
just
reaches,
watch it and look straight at it.
and it doesn't. Kind of comes up short.
So let's temper that statement.
Who's up? There's
For
just the one
zombies,
zombie.
flame skull.
Flame skull, great. So in the distance, because it's sort of lit with a green fire and it's glowing eyes, you can see it like hovering towards you. So it's gonna get like just back onto the map.
And
there.
is that now in range of her? I guess.
Oh yeah.
spin.
The
But the
cannon can
diagonal?
reach any.
He was talking about.
Oh no, she needs to rotate it, but
Okay.
she can for a bonus action.
Okay, after flame skull is Safira.
Okay, so remembering my experience with the last ghost that I had, can I take again? Like, can I use cartridges
like pick
and
one up?
Throw it?
No.
No,
So
I
the
can't.
cartridges are like a thick kind of glass, and I let you do the other one because you were able to literally like smash it against it. Throwing it at something, you don't have the force to throw it and break it. That's what the ballista's
Especially with
for.
a ghost.
Then I want to
Yeah.
take.
Actual physical mind.
Who is this guy behind Beezaura? What is he?
That's a zombie.
It's a zombie.
Yep.
Okay.
Skeletons,
so
ghosts,
I'm gonna use
flame
I
skull.
want to pick up the cannon,
Sure.
and turn it again so that it's facing the guy behind me.
He's too close to hit with
Yes,
that, though.
he is too close to hit with that.
He has to be minimum
30 feet.
minimum 30 feet away.
The flame skull, you can hit. Yeah,
Right,
it has a
but
minimum
I'm
range of
not
the
trying
cannon.
to hit.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm gonna take aim at the flame skull.
Great, sure.
Oh.
So it's, remember, it's a +4 to hit.
Yep. 12 to hit.
12 hits.
Yes!
So roll a flat 1d10 for damage.
Which one's the one D?
The triangle.
Double triangle.
Triple triangle.
Triple.
Yeah. The one
That's
with
a
the points on
It's
it.
a quadruple triangle.
If two pyramids.
No add to
Four.
it. Just 4. Great. So you see in
I
the
looked down like.
you see the and it fires and you see in the distance kind of a little blast of light.
Oh my gosh,
Is
yes!
it pushed back for the same amount of distance if it's farther away?
It's pushed 100. It'll take 2 turns before that gets back on the field
What?
there.
Okay, cool.
Maybe we'll be
Great.
done by then, right?
Okay.
Right? Maybe we'll be like,
Skeletons.
Skeletons, great. So this one's gonna lumber up and attack Graven,
Oh.
and this one, 1, 2, 3, is also gonna attack Graven.
Oh my gosh, so sorry.
One's a 14 to hit, and
Misses.
one's a 17 to hit.
Hits.
That one hits.
Okay.
It's all right. I'm good.
8 slashing damage. Look at that max roll there.
All right.
As it kind of slashes down.
So
And
is
as
he
you're-
like suffering pretty bad now? Is that
I'm okay.
okay?
I'm all right.
That's it.
Okay. Who was that? Skeletons? Yeah.
Yes.
So Beezy.
Okay. That zombie guy's almost gone, right? He's getting there.
I
you
hit
can only
him-
hit him once. The one that's almost toast is this
Yeah,
skeleton.
the closest one.
Okay, I'm gonna go after that guy.
Great. The skeleton.
The skeleton,
Great.
yeah. So
Sure.
try to finish him off.
Great.
Just like.
Zara swings around. Make an attack roll.
Scooby-Doo. Yeah. 17?
17 hits. Roll for damage.
What am I doing right now? I literally just like lost my mind for a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is right. Wow, that was scary. Ooh. Just a 3 bludgeon.
3, so you swing around and the bones shatter into a bunch of pieces there.
There it is.
Way to go.
Okay. How's everyone doing? You're okay still? You're okay.
We're pretty out of breath. I mean, we
Yeah. Alright, well, why don't you just get here already?
Monk.
Ghost.
Ghost. Okay, so this one's gonna
Here's like panting
float
in the
up here.
distance.
Being a cheerleader.
And it's gonna make, so the first thing it's gonna do, the ghost floats up,
He's still floating.
and you see it kind of emerge on the far side of the mortuary.
Comes out of nowhere.
And you see it kind of float up to you, and in doing so, the sort of face that has a humanoid face sort of warps and rotates, and it kind of like makes like a horrifying sort of look at you. Make a wisdom saving throw.
That's really scary.
Never done that before.
Saving throw category.
Yeah. 16. Sorry.
16, great. So you see the face, and you can see that it's trying to sort of intimidate you and frighten you. And for a moment, you sort of take a step back, but then you sort of get your nerves together, and you're able to sort of resist the effects
Way to go.
of
So
the
wise.
creature. That's going to be its action.
Nice.
All right.
I bet we could.
Okay, so we at the
Top of the
round?
lineup.
We're all
Great.
clumped together over there.
So you look around in the battlefield, and you see sort of these
Oh no.
That's not us. That's not us.
glowing lights that seem to be sort of like a little mound of earth kind of glows. And you see sort of a wispy
What?
kind of ball figure from over here. And it's sort of, and it's this sort of glowing orb that sort of hovers right above the ground. It's sort of a wispy figure.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, you also hear in the distance a sort of rattling of a chain, and you see Erland stepping over
Oh wow!
the chains that the
You
chains
made
that
it.
Yannick had set up to keep people
Yeah.
out of.
Yeah.
So Orba's behind
I
Erland.
know, he's
If you guys-
faster than me, I
Fast.
know.
Yeah.
So you see
Erland
Erland.
trips over
Roll
a
for
chain.
initiative.
Oh my God.
Initiative. We got 13.
13. All right, you're second, bud.
Admirable.
The wisp
Yeah.
is a 22.
You're third, bud.
22.
It's just the one wisp.
What can it do?
Don't be a wisp.
Okay.
Great. So you see Erland on the horizon. You see this sort of wisp emerge
So wisp is
from.
first.
Great. Wisp is first. Great. So you see, as it's moving forward, the wisp the ball starts to move forward you, and the light kind of goes away.
Ugh.
It's invisible currently.
Yeah.
I hate that.
And you don't know where it is. So it's sort of, and you saw it sort of move in your direction, and then disappears.
In Graven's direction.
It moved in
all
the direction
in
of,
all of our
of
directions.
yeah,
Oh.
in that.
I'm in the middle of everybody, but yeah.
Just
All
towards
right,
you.
Graven, you're up.
Which I don't know. Did we even see that on kind of this side of the building? It
I'll
was
say
far enough
you.
away
Yeah, I'll say you probably could. Yeah, yeah, I think you all probably could. Yeah, yeah. And it was pretty lit. I mean, the graveyard's pretty dark, and that was a sort of a bright ball of light, and then it disappeared.
Okay. I saw. I turned. I heard it.
Yeah, you're sort of smashing and things, and you can
Okay.
see up on the. He might even be yelling a little bit.
Kind of yelled at him real quick. What the fuck is the word? Pestifer?
Yeah, it's called
Okay, yeah. The Pestifer canisters repel uncorporeal beings. and I'll swing
Get it out, man!
I know.
Who are you swinging at?
Flashbangs.
Those
And
ones.
I'll swing at the skeleton behind me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, this ghost is up on top, so you can't reach that from there.
Right. Yeah. I'm
Just
swinging
outside.
at the skeleton right behind me.
Great.
The Goliath has lost his mind.
He's sputtering words out of
17.
control.
17 hits. Roll for damage.
3 bludgeoning.
Great. So you turn and the crunch of the mace against the bones. You hear it?
I'm gonna. I have to be 10 away to kind of do anything towards the roof.
Say that again?
I have to be, because I'm right next to the roof, right? I can't see on top of it.
Safira's right on the edge of it. You can see her. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like if I wanted to cast
Yeah, because she had to
something-
walk around it to rotate the ballista. So she's pretty close to the front edge of the mortuary. You can see her up there.
I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
After all.
Y'all
Yeah,
done?
I'm just.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Erland.
Oh yeah, this is fired also.
Flashbacks.
Flashback.
Makes sense, right?
Would
Yes.
I have seen a ballista before and know that it's a 2-person thing?
Make an intelligence check. Just a flat intelligence check.
Why did you said it? Why did you use such a
Dude's
tone?
intelligence is
18.
Flat.
Yeah, we'll say that you haven't seen this exact type,
Yeah.
but you have a basic understanding of how they operate.
I
Yeah.
know that they're a 2-person deal.
Yeah. I mean that they can be more effectively operated
Yeah.
with 2 people. Yeah.
Great. So, you can take a. Yeah, you can use dash as an action.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where my pointy stick is, but thank you.
It's not very pointed, actually.
So that's what 10, 20, 30, 40. That gets me near nothing. Oh, so as I'm gonna get to 40, so I'm gonna run half there, and sort of as I'm running towards the group, sort of say like, gloves. Who has my gloves?
Got him!
Can I grab them from her running past her, or does that require an action to just receive them?
I'll maybe, yeah. I'll say it doesn't take an action with an effective check.
Great. I am going to run past her with like running back arms out and try and grab the gloves.
Great. Make a just a straight dexterity check.
Do I need to make one too?
No, we'll let Erland kind of.
5.
5. Okay, so she
Oh, gosh.
sort of holds them out, and you go to grab them, and they're heavier than you expected, and they kind of slip through your fingers. I'll say it has to now you have to pick them up off the ground, so...
And that would require an action.
Yeah, or I'll say you used a dash action there.
I have not used my dash yet.
You had to use your
So you
dash to get to Beezaura.
No, so I wanted to just go 40 and so I guess
In order to hand them off.
Great,
yeah.
so then in my dash action I wanted to run past Beezaura and I'm running towards the ballista. That's the end game.
Now you have to.
Wait,
So
you
which
get
way are you
gloves.
going? Because someone's gonna...
I wanted to go, can I not run through this pile of people towards the
Sure.
ballista?
This guy will get an attack of opportunity.
That's fine.
Okay, great.
And you'll not get the gloves because they'll be on
You
the
need
ground.
to
I'm gonna
gloves.
say, okay, so from here, because you failed the check, it's gonna take 10 feet of movement to stop, pick up the gloves, and continue.
Where does 10 feet of movement put me?
So
if I
right
was-
now, this is the 40 right now.
Great.
So 10, another 10 to pick them up, so it's 20. So you have 20 feet of movement from here.
So you're between the ghost and the zombie.
You can go here.
Well, this ghost is up top.
Yeah, the ghost's on the roof.
You could go
The
right
ghost-
next to the roof.
He's on the roof.
Yes.
Great, I'm gonna...
Yeah, so you have 20 feet of movement from where you are right now, and you have the gloves. So you stop to pick them up.
Okay, I'm gonna pick them up, and I'm gonna actually stay there.
Okay.
I'm gonna move to the other side of Beezy. I'm just gonna shift over 10 feet that way, and I'm gonna stay there.
Okay. Great.
So now I have the gloves in my possession.
Yes.
Non-protected.
Okay, after Erland, it's zombies.
Zombies. Okay, the zombie is gonna sort of, after taking a beating from Beezaura, is gonna lurch forward and make another attack. 15 to hit.
Nope.
It sort of clangs against your shield that you have up there. That's the only one there.
Okay, after zombies, it's flame.
Flame Skull. Okay, he's one turn from being back on the map.
Slowly floating in.
Then Safira.
Safira.
God, the wisp. I don't know. I don't know
Okay,
what it does
this
either.
this ghost that just tried to scare the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
I know it gives me disadvantage on my, but I can I try the same thing, kind of take
To smash the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so make an unarmed strike attack roll again, which I think is +3 for you or something. It's on your sheet.
It is 20.
20 hits. Roll for damage, so flat 1d10.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That's so fun.
3.
Great, so, and again, the flash of light, and it,
God.
Are we keeping track of how many canisters?
that was the
Yeah,
fourth
that was-
canister,
yeah,
and there was 24 of them, so
Okay.
there's a bunch left.
Right.
And you have disadvantage on your next attack.
Close your eyes.
Okay. Now, spirit skeletons.
Skeletons. Okay, skeleton. It's gonna take an attack on Graven there. 12 to hit.
Miss.
Great. Who's up?
Done? Easy?
Alright, I'm gonna get that guy.
The
zombie. Yeah.
Great.
Just gonna. Maybe not. 8.
8 hits.
Hey!
Oh,
Zombies don't have a lot in the way of defense.
This is the 8, right?
That is not
Yeah.
good.
Oh, that was the 8.
Yeah, zombies
Oh,
are.
that's bad.
Zombies are weak.
Try a little harder.
He's a gunner.
Chef's kiss.
That's a 10.
10. Great. So you swing it. They're not vulnerable to bludgeoning, but you give it a nice swing and it sort of hits into its body, and you see some flesh kind of slide off of the side as it tears into it. I mean, it looks in very rough shape, the zombie.
Is that gone yet?
Ghost
Nope.
Tang.
Ghosts.
Resilient little stuff.
Great. So this one is now. So you fired it. Oh no, you smashed it. So it's gonna come in like here. So it just got back on the map.
All right,
Wait.
top of the round.
No,
What?
the one that I poofed off was on this side. The
Yes.
one that was over there. Oh.
You're right. That one also isn't appearing. now.
Thanks, Graven.
I thought.
It's all right.
Just
They're
sold
coming.
us out to the ghosts.
Teacher almost forgot this.
Cool.
Oh, I hate those people. Top of the lineup.
All right. So
was me.
as the sort of flashes of light, bones crunching, flesh sort of melting off, you see again the windows of the mortuary all of a sudden, and the glass kind of goes flying in all directions. You see kind of a light, a purple light from the inside of the mortuary, and you hear kind of like, you can hear the like rising. You can still hear Yannick's voice as he's sort of
Yeah.
trying to call out to these spirits. And as that happens,
What do we do about that?
You gotta run in there.
you can hear him. He doesn't sound like he's dying.
Yeah, so were the windows bursting outward or was something coming
Outward.
in?
Their
Okay.
windows were blowing out.
Okay.
There's something.
So if he's still going, he's not hurt.
You can hear his voice. Yes.
He's doing his thing. This is what we're
I'll use this.
getting paid for.
I guess.
You see 3 creatures start to come and climb out of the graves as well.
He's really summoning them.
And they look they have these like tattered clothes and like chains wrapped over them. And they look fairly like immobile, like they don't look quick, but they start to lumber towards you. The sort of purple light seems to be calling to them. They're like drawn towards this central area.
Yikes, okay.
Through those. And this one that I'm gonna, because I don't have, this is not a zombie even though it looks like one, so I'm gonna put a little yellow thing around him. These 3 things are the same thing.
They seem to be physical beings rather than.
Those appear to be physical beings. Yes, those appear to be physical beings. Kind of a mix. They kind of look flame scully, like there's physical parts to it. But,
Did you roll for them?
no. 16.
Okay, so they're between Graven and Erland. What do I call these things?
Indentured spirits.
Oh boy, alright.
You can write spirits if that's.
Yeah, I don't know how to spell indentured. Spirits.
Indentured?
Indentured?
They're not even getting
indentured?
paid
What
for
is
this?
Okay.
It means
Getting
held
paid
against
for
their
this.
will.
I hate you.
I hate myself.
Anybody else coming?
No.
Okay.
That is a busy
running out of
board.
room.
I am
hate
running
that.
out of room.
Okay. So that was the wisp's action. Was
No, the wisp. That was the between the rounds.
Oh, that was just happening.
So the wisp is up now.
Oh, so that.
Oh, I thought that was because of
I
the
thought it was
wisp.
because of the wisp, but it was just
no.
the actions of
Oh, great.
Something else horrifying.
probably Yannick.
Perfect, perfect.
Great.
That
So
would be a fast wisp.
all of a sudden, Safira up on the roof.
Oh god.
You see the ball of light reappear as the wisp has reappeared on top of the roof, and it has this kind of blinding light, and it sort of, you see these kind of like little electric shocks kind of like spark out from it. 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Hits, great. So you get kind of like shocked by its lightning,
Did this thing just tase me?
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
In its own way. In a wispy kind of way. Oh, okay. Through 3 damage. 3 lightning damage.
Okay, is the wisp done?
Yep.
It's Graven.
Alright.
Another swing of the mace at this same skeleton.
Great.
Fine.
9.
9 misses.
Oh.
Cool.
Takes
God damn it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
All right, after Graven and Spirits. The Indentured
The Indentured Spirits. Great. So you see them kind of like fly for.
They attack the skeleton.
It's getting crowded up on this roof.
Yes, it is.
Oh
Okay, so the first one's gonna make an attack on Graven there.
Yeah.
And it sort of reaches out. 6 to hit.
Misses.
Nice.
So it reaches out and you hold up the shield and it kind of crunches against the shield and moves back. The next one's Safira there up on the roof. 18 to hit. You take 4 necrotic damage as you feel kind of the life kind of leave you as it touches you. And then the next one's going to be Erland. Natural 1. So it goes and Erland sort of sidesteps as it lumbers forward. That's it.
All right, then it's Erland.
So those indentured spirits, does it seem like they would need silver?
It does seem like they would need silver, yes.
So that takes an action, yeah.
To put your gloves on, yep.
Oh wow.
Which of the spirits can... No, Graven's closest. Okay. All right. Well, I mean... Gloves are going on.
Okay.
So sort of having...
Sort of ducks behind Beezaura and Graven.
Put the gloves on. Give them a flex to like sort of get the feel.
You see them shining against some of the light that's flashing.
And then I'm gonna assume I'm gonna take a dodge action.
Great.
That's disadvantage for anything.
Yes.
Is that magical attacks as well?
So are you using a key point to take that?
No, just as my.
That's an action.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Gloves are an action.
But you can take patient defense with a key point.
I don't want to do that right now. I'm gonna just great. I'm gonna sit there. Everything is fine.
He sits cross-legged on the ground and puts his gloves
Really,
on.
Just meditates.
Erland, get up!
I'm gonna say to Graven, now might be a good time to hit one of your flashbangs.
Flashbangs.
I don't know if it affects all of them.
That's as much as you get.
Yeah.
After Erland, it's Zomzoms.
Zombie. Okay. So it's just the one, and it's just gonna. It's sort of
Still there.
futilely
come
banging
on,
banging against Beezaura's. 19 to hit.
Oh.
It hits, of course.
Tenacious zombie.
Yes, it finally gets a swipe in. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Do you take 4 bludgeoning damage?
I kind of admire the grit.
I will end
I
you.
admire the
I see an opening.
His dreams.
That's it. That's all he's done. Flame Skull. Okay, the Flame Skull has reappeared
Dude,
on the edge of the
truly
map.
terrible.
How dare you.
And let me see what its range is.
0.
Yes.
-5.
His range is very good.
Light beams explode its own dumb skull.
It's like in its face.
20. Okay, so you see sort of a ball of light again in its mouth, and 3 more of the missiles come out. It's gonna fire and hit the 3 of you here. You're out in the open there.
Look at that range. It's got 100 range.
Magic missile has
Magic missile,
120
bro.
foot range. Erland, you take 3 force damage. Graven, you take 2 force damage. Beezaura, you take 2 force damage. It fired 1 missile at each of you.
Is he done?
He is done.
Safira.
Okay, so seeing that our friend is back, I'm gonna cast my Hunter's Mark again.
What is the range on that again, though? It might be too far.
90?
That might
So
be.
wait, is
10, 20, 30, 40,
No.
50, 60, 70, 80, not quite. Yep.
No, never mind. But the range on my bow is long
Yes,
enough
you
to
can
go.
reach that with your bow.
So I'm seeing him. I'm just gonna.
Yep. Make an attack.
Oh, 20 to hit.
20 hits. Roll for damage.
Okay. What is the D8? I'm sorry, you guys.
That's okay. This is the double pyramid.
Ah, you guys say everything.
I am saying it for the first time and very accurately.
Anthony says everything's a double
Okay.
pyramid.
It's
Look
6
at
damage.
Plus your 1d8 for your...
Oh, cool.
Because he's already hurt.
Yes. 8.
Total. 8 total. Great. So you see the arrow, and you see the skull kind of react to getting hit by the arrow. Great.
All right, after that it's skeleton.
Skeleton. So the skeleton kind of in this mass of bodies is
Yeah,
going to swing at the
where-
only thing it can swing at, which is Graven. What's supposed to hit there? Try the right one. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
They are struggling.
You take 6 slashing damage.
Yikes. How you doing over there, bud?
Not good.
I think we.
All right.
Okay, after the skeletons it's easy.
Okay, I need to just finish this zombie off before he finishes me.
Make an attack.
I'm just gonna.
Great.
6.
6 misses.
Oh my god.
That zombie, right after getting a hit in, he's like feeling good, and he.
Listen, I say after this we keep them.
Ghosts.
Can I
sorry.
can I ask a question
Yep.
before I go? The hot juice,
Yes.
does that take an action to drink it?
Let me make sure.
Oh, is it time to spam hot juicy mode? I haven't queued up.
It's an hour. It's an hour. It lasts an hour.
It's or 3 uses.
Or 3. Oh, okay.
Yeah, less
I
exciting.
can't just like stand
You
there
just
for an
breathe
hour.
fire for 1 whole hour.
We don't have to susceptible
Yes,
to fire.
so it does not take an action to drink. In addition to that, to breathe fire on a target only takes a bonus action. You can attack and breathe fire in the same turn.
And a bonus action.
You haven't done any of those yet.
It's separate from, it's just a different type of action.
Oh,
so in a turn
okay.
you can take 1 action, 1 bonus action. There's other types, 1 reaction. Yeah,
Okay.
there are different types of actions.
I think I'm gonna drink it. I mean, there's so many things, and that thing's coming back.
And you reach for it, and you pop it, and you can see like a little like whiff of smoke come out.
Graven's eyes go wide.
And you see her she kind of breathes out her nose, and there's like a out the nose.
And should I use it once?
Yeah, it takes a bonus action to exhale fire.
I guess I'll get rid of that. Should I get rid of the zombie? Or go after something new?
I don't know what it hits.
Yeah, I
You
don't know what
decide.
it hit. What's that other guy?
It's a dexterity saving throw, not an attack.
Oh, okay.
And that other guy's a
The
ghost?
indentured spirit.
Oh,
yeah.
it's a spirit.
Yep.
I'm gonna get the zombie.
All right.
Because he seems more.
So he makes
thicker.
a saving throw, which he fails. Roll 4d6.
46.
Yeah.
So the battlefield kind of lights up. You see this sort of burst of
all
flame
of
as
those
it.
together. Just do them all together. Here.
It just has no health.
There's like 2 HP left.
I got a 2, a 3, and
Fine.
2 1s.
That'll do it.
7.
So
4, 5, 6, 7.
you see this like eruption of flame, and the zombie turns to a crisp.
Shit.
You can take zombie off of there. That was the last zombie.
Okay.
I'm gonna go after that skull head. I cannot wait for that.
So that's 1 use. It has 3 uses, so just keep track of
That
that.
is cool.
Oh my god.
All right, after BZ, it's ghosts.
Ghosts. Okay, so they are both on the edges.
These guys are the worst. They're my least favorite of all.
Okay. That's it.
Okay, new round.
Wisp.
Okay, the wisp. It's gonna go. It's reached back and it's gonna swoop back in and try and zap Safira again. Let me make sure I have the right plus to hit. Ooh, that looks like it's gonna hit. 17 to hit. Great. Okay, it's kind of, and you're able to sort of dodge a little bit. You only take 1 lightning damage as it kind of zaps you. Just gives you a warning shock there.
Okay.
That's it.
After wisp, it's Graven.
How many things are within 30 feet of me?
1, 2, 3, 30 feet. What kind of? Because there's a couple things on the roof that are within 30 feet of you. Do you need vision of it?
Each undead that you can see or
That you can see
hear.
or hear. Okay.
Each undead that can see or hear you
There's no range. It's just can see or hear you.
within 30 feet.
Oh, within 30 feet. I'll say, give me a perception check really quick. You can definitely see that one.
Right, but is it 30?
5, 10, 10, 20. No, that is not within 30 feet. This one is 40 feet away from
But if I moved 10.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Perception, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
9. Okay, so I'm gonna say that both the wisp and this servant at the spirit at the top, they're sort of quietly moving. Though you cannot see or hear them currently.
See or hear me.
That can see or hear. Oh, because you're making a thing.
Yeah,
we'll say both of them can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move so that I'm within 30 feet of this guy.
So you're just gonna move here. That doesn't trigger an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm
That's
gonna
right.
put my hands together and just start like and like Kuzni grant me the light to expel these undead, and I'm gonna channel my divinity to turn undead.
And Kuzni answering your call in a time of need, you hear the voice and he says, "Turn." I'm assuming you're turning.
And I'll put my hands up
Great.
and out. Okay, everything within 30 feet of me must make a wisdom saving throw.
That's big.
Do I need to write
Each
anything?
undead.
They're all undead.
Yes.
Even the wisp for the wisp. Oh no, that is undead.
Yes.
Wisp's undead? I
Yep.
didn't know that.
They are all undead.
Bad joke.
That are
ain't
within.
that? Forget about it.
So wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go around here. Let's start with the ones on the roof. We'll start with wisp. Wisdom save.
Yes.
18.
Oh, it definitely saves.
that
It's just my
sounds fine.
spell save DC. I don't get any pluses or
Yeah, it's just
anything
spell
to it,
save
right?
DC.
Okay.
So the next one we're going to is the indentured spirit. 5.
Fail.
Fails. Next is skeleton. 7.
Fail.
This indentured spirit. Natural 1.
Fails.
The ghost.
Oh my gosh, this is insane.
7.
Fail.
Dude! Indentured spirit on the top there. 14.
Saves.
Saves. Okay, so just the wisp and that indentured spirit save.
I wrote it
Man,
down
the one
for
that's-
you.
Great.
Everything else is turned for 1 minute.
Your turn.
And say what that is.
A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can. And it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. It can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use dash to try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving.
Okay.
If there's no to move, it can use a dodge.
Wow. So they have
That's
to
too many of them.
They have to. They
That
have
is
to.
maybe a clutches spell.
I mean,
that's really nice.
it's
So does it? Wait.
so many
a
gadgets.
one
I
shot.
know we're gonna mark
Worth
them here.
it. So they always opt to take the dash action?
Yeah.
Is that what it says? So they move like 60 feet every
It
turn?
can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving.
And for how long?
For 1 minute.
For 1 minute.
But 6 seconds is a round.
Yeah.
Yep.
That-
Oh, that one is not.
Of course.
This-
yeah, it's the other
would like it to
indentured.
be.
Yeah.
Several
I would
handfuls
love
of
that
rounds,
one to be
right?
the one.
Yes. And this skeleton is
60
also
seconds,
all
10 rounds, right?
He's wearing a little hat.
He got a little hat on.
That's big 10 rounds?
10 rounds.
Weirdly endeared to that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
so
feel
that
the
was
power
my-
of Kuzni flow
yeah.
through you.
And,
right.
that is my.
That was good.
That's my action. I will.
That was worth it.
Actually, I still have 20 feet of movement.
Yes.
I'm gonna head back over kind of towards this
Okay.
dingus here.
Actually, I think this might go around. Oh, goodness, it's chaos. Go ahead and pick the next one.
Okay, after Graven, it's spirits. So sorry, Matt. It's
That's okay. No, I'm just giving this guy a headband instead of a
This is my
His little
band.
sweatband.
That's adorable.
Taking it to the 80s.
Take so many dash actions. He's gonna get a little smart.
Where's the third spirit? Is that what's in your hand?
this one.
Yeah.
This one. And the
Okay,
third one did
sweet.
saved. Third
So
one
2 of
saved.
them are booking it.
Yes.
Nice.
So this is the spirits, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Safira's gonna get an attack of opportunity as this one.
Why is the one next to me?
But it's going to be with disadvantage because your bow, and it's when it's out of range. So yeah, so make an attack
okay.
with disadvantage with your bow.
Natural.
Okay. Arrow kind of goes.
She was so impressed by
The
power of my god.
Yeah.
So it has to move directly away from you. And
Do I? No, I wasn't touching.
and this one. Okay, that one's not turned. Okay, so that one's gonna make an attack against Beezaura.
No. Don't.
9 to hit.
Yes, no.
Great. So it kind of reaches out and the chains kind of jangle, but it isn't able to get you.
Alright, after spirits, it's Erland.
Okay.
Bonus action has to be during my turn, right?
Yes.
I can't just do whatever I want.
Reactions are the ones you take not during your turn.
That one is touching me. Yeah.
Yes.
Great. So I'm taking flex the gloves, and we're taking a strike at the
Unarmed strike.
unarmed strike.
Great.
16 to hit.
16 hits. Roll for
Nice,
damage.
nice, nice.
3 bludgeoning damage.
Great, 3 bludgeoning. So you take a punch and you see the fist kind of go into its incorporeal form, and then it kind of catches on it as the silver sort of gets in there.
Those silver gloves.
And then, yeah, we're just gonna take another regular unarmed strike.
Great.
10 to hit?
10 does not hit. Okay, so you miss with the next one. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. No movement?
Okay.
Okay.
After Erland, it's the Flame Skull.
Flame Skull. Okay, so the Flame Skull, after sort of shooting off the missiles, it's gonna move closer. Sure.
What is it?
Great.
Flame Skull. I erased it by accident.
And it's going to. Let me see what the range is on that. That's too far.
I really like to get them done this fast.
Great, so
Yeah, where are you?
you see the energy, and it fires 3 more of its little missiles.
No.
It's gonna shoot. It's gonna shoot one at each of you again, as you're all kind of in its vision. Erland takes 2 force damage. Graven takes 4 force damage. Beezaura takes 4 force damage.
What?
Is that still
I'm alive. I'm breathing fire. That's
Oh,
Graven, are you still alive?
Fire right, okay.
That's Flame Skull.
Okay, after Flame Skull, it's Safira.
gotta get rid of that skull.
Okay. I'm debating. See that I can see that they're struggling down there, but I can't tell what to, I don't know if I should jump down.
And you can see the clash, and you could also see the sort of flash of light from his turn undead. You can see that they're sort of disoriented by it, so you have an idea of which ones are not a threat at the moment. The ones with the orange ring.
Okay.
The turned ones.
Okay. Then.
So yeah, the
Now that
non,
this
there's
one
a
is-
wisp, this guy. Those 4 are not turned. The other ones are turned.
I'm gonna aim my longbow at that indentured
The one near Erland and Beezaura.
spirit.
Great.
Please. Please aim it.
Yeah, natural 20.
There we go.
That's
Roll for
good.
damage.
I enjoy that.
I really appreciate
The
it.
one fighting.
This is 8, right? No, this
Yeah.
is 10.
That is a 10. That is a 10. That's a 10. You need an 8.
Yes.
Double pyramid. There you go.
Okay.
Double the die,
Wait, double
no,
the
no.
die.
So that's
So it was
6.
6. And then.
and then but also roll your die for it's already hurt,
It's already hurt, so that I rolled a 1.
and double that as
7,
well.
So
2,
2, 8.
8, and then the modifier
11.
11.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty good.
So you see the arrow go out, and you see the sort of, as if it was like a cloth in the air, the arrow kind of catches on it with the silver point in it, gets fired, and it sticks into the ground.
Yes!
Yeah!
Oh my gosh, that was
Yes!
really needed and appreciated.
Does that get rid of a whole category? What was that?
No,
No,
the,
No,
no,
that was well, they're feared.
They're
so
turned, yeah.
Turned.
Turned.
okay.
Okay, so after Safira. Oh, wait, what was that?
Safira.
skeleton.
Yep. Here are skeletons.
Skeleton. So he is gonna start to move away, and Graven's gonna get a attack of opportunity there.
Graven, like, barely able to stand up here.
Oh, God, great.
Like, mace it as a.
Yeah. Make attack.
16.
16 hits. Roll for damage. Nice. And this is bludgeoning damage, correct?
Yes, it is. 5 bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning damage. So you swing it out, and you're able to get enough on the swing and it clips it on the back and it crumbles into dust. You also gain hit points.
Yes, I do.
Yes,
That's right.
you get
Oh my
it.
god.
When you kill things?
Oh my god,
When he kills undead things with a melee weapon.
Killing
Like,
a,
even
yeah.
that
Wait.
So you connect with...
non-undead.
Oh, it has to be non-undead?
Yeah.
Oh, and you start... And then you feel the energy go out, and it doesn't catch onto the life, and it kind of dissipates.
What a thing.
Look at the end of my mace like. Ugh.
That would have been the first time you would have gotten to use it.
I know.
Oh,
Sorry, I got your hopes up.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay, after skeletons, it's Beezy.
All right.
What is the distance on the fire?
What was the distance on the fire? Oh, on your flame.
Rogers.
Within 30 feet, so 3 squares.
So I can move, right?
Yep.
And get closer to the skull.
What's your movement speed?
I think it's 25.
You would not be within range of this flame skull.
Okay. I mean, I might just have to move anyway and take the risk and get closer to it because it's gonna end up moving.
You can't melee attack it, but this is within range to breathe fire at the wisp.
Okay, I will go for it and then I have to save the last one for that.
Okay, great. So you see Beezaura running and she like up towards the roof.
Raven ducks down.
Go ahead. Oh, it's a saving throw, sorry. So it's a
She can be pretty accurate with it,
dexterity
right?
save. Yeah, it's a stream of
Despite
fire.
being an
Yeah.
amateur.
Can you imagine?
I just throw up fire.
It's a dexterity save. It does save, so it takes half damage.
So all the sixes, right?
4 sixes,
46, and then half it. Yes.
I'm doing separate this time. I didn't like it.
Okay.
4, 6.
Okay, doing it separately is better, guys. Ghostbusters?
13. And then, was that
That's
19?
19. So you round down, so it takes 9 damage. 9 fire damage. Great. So you see the stream of... And you see it kind of... The wisp kind of spins in a circle as the fire goes by.
Thanks for the hunches.
All right.
Okay, after Beezy, it's ghosts.
Go. So this
wait.
one...
Oh, sorry.
Graven, what are you at? Okay, I'm gonna use... Can
I think
use
rally's a bonus action. Read the rally thing.
Oh, it is a bonus.
Yeah, the breathing the fire was a bonus action.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It's alright.
Okay, so the ghosts.
Ghosts.
I can't hit anything. I don't have anything to hit.
So that one has to run. This one's coming forward.
Oh gosh.
And okay, that's the ghosts. Is that the end of the round there?
Yes, it is.
On the horizon. You
Come on, wizard. Hurry.
You hear the slapping of her tail. Like, come on!
And instead of jumping over the sort of chain that Yannick had set up, she ducks under it. Roll initiative. Join the fray.
Can it be like a 25 so you can go right now?
9.
Okay, so
That's
you're
not
after
what I
Safira
asked
there.
Okay, you're supposed to go right now.
And again, at the end of the round, the chanting grows louder. The sort of, and you can see in the side this purple light kind of pulses. It gets brighter and then it dims. And it gets brighter and it dims.
Okay, top of the lineup with the wisp.
Okay, the wisp. So seeing the sort of fire, the wisp is gonna float down here. Safira, make a disadvantaged attack here against the wisp. So, are you using a silver arrow?
Silver tipped.
Yes, for this attack. So I'm just saying if you miss, because it's with disadvantage, you will lose that arrow. That's what I'm saying. See what I mean?
I have 17. I'm assuming I'm losing all of these arrows, aren't I?
Each time you fire it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no,
Sure.
I'm okay.
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 Because I was just saying you're firing with disadvantage. I didn't know if you wanted to risk wasting an arrow if you miss with it. Do you see what I'm saying?
I'm okay with that.
Okay, great. So roll with disadvantage.
I just rolled a 5.
Again.
Plus anything?
Oh yes.
It's your bow.
Okay. So 12.
12 misses. Great. So it goes by. So you're not able to get it. No, it's still next to Graven, so it's not. You're not getting a advantage. So it's gonna try and shock Beezaura there. 12 to hit.
No.
So it's see it kind of float down and you dodge out of the way of the lightning. That's it.
Okay, Graven. Come on.
Can I go to that canister
without like I don't know, walking through the wisp and risking like
Yeah, you can,
being
because you won't
hit.
get an attack of opportunity, because you can move around it. Yeah, you can get there without triggering an attack
Okay.
of
Well,
opportunity. It takes 20 feet of movement.
I'm gonna lay my hand on my chest and cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Great.
Good boy.
Second level slot.
The big boy heals.
2d8. 2d8 plus spell casting.
Yeah.
2d8. Kind of again, like, you know, asking
As he sort of-
Uzni for limping past this thing. That's good. All right.
Kuzni has answered.
Kuzni has answered. 14 plus
Your
my
modifier.
3. No, it's my plus my my spellcasting ability modifier.
Yes, which is your wisdom modifier.
4.
No, that's your attack modifier, which is different.
Oh. My
It's just your
wisdom
wisdom.
modifier is 2.
Yeah, so 2.
So 14 plus 2 is 16.
Wow.
Whoa, that is great. Okay. And kind of go
So
around the
you-
wisp
Great. So you're going to here? Is that where you're going?
to that, yeah. And again, we said doesn't take
Reaction?
anything
No,
for me to.
you can,
okay.
on your way by, you can...
Yeah, and I'm gonna break this one
Great.
again.
You can yell out sort of, cover your eyes.
Yeah, cover your eyes.
It's always me. I'm like,
Great, so this one. Yes, that's just off the map there, and this one is further off the map there. So, you see them sort of.
It doesn't react?
No, that does as well.
Yeah, toward you.
So this one is like just on the edge of
great.
the map as well.
So when they fly by you, you get an attack of opportunity? You
Uh,
can't like baseball bat it or something?
Give me
Clothesline.
Oh, interesting question.
Or like punch it with my, because it's a silver
Give me a
glove.
straight dexterity for both Beezaura and Erland. It's moving very quickly.
oh, straight dexterity.
Yeah, just a straight dexterity.
21.
Yours, you can make an attack.
Oh, just roll the d20.
Yep. And add your dexterity modifier.
Where am I looking? Oh,
The big-
sorry, 17.
You can both of you make an attack as it goes by.
Oh, you.
That misses.
Whales.
17.
That misses. So the wisp goes flying by, and it's sort of, it's very small and it's very agile.
Yep.
Damn, wisp.
Great.
Mine's isn't white.
Graven's gonna
Graven, yeah.
just take a few heavy, ragged breaths and.
Indentured spirits.
Okay, they're both running. This one
Yeah.
runs off the map. That one runs off the map.
There's nobody like there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
There might
After
be.
that,
They
it's-
have to flee Graven.
After that, it's Erland.
Great.
Is the ballista loaded?
It is not.
Great. I'm running up to the top of the mortuary.
Give me an
trying to-
acrobatics check.
Oh.
The ladder is on this side. You could run. You can't reach that, but if you want to
Okay,
jump
yeah,
up
I'm gonna
there,
try and hop
make
up.
an acrobatics check.
15.
Great. You put your sort of foot on the windowsill and hop up.
Which way is it pointing right now?
It's pointed
This
this way.
way. Yeah.
It's pointed towards where
Yes,
the.
towards where
yeah,
the.
Those things.
Great, and I am going to load it.
Great. So you take one out of the crate and you sort of turn the cranks.
And in this sort of like brief moment of pause, where things aren't around, sort of with loud enough that everyone can hear me, like, anything else I need to know?
Too long.
We're like,
Right now, man.
Flame skull.
All right. It's coming back just on the edge. Actually, probably a little bit more than that. And it's going to. Let me see how many spell
I
slots
can't
it has.
afford it.
Two best friends working together on top of a mortuary.
It's out of spell slots, so it's not going to fire from there.
Yes, suck it.
Oh my gosh, thank
Great.
goodness.
It's just gonna move, that's
My
it.
body
Safira.
cannot take it.
Okay. I'm gonna take. Well, he's not in range there. That's
Ballista.
Yep. Yes. It definitely
It's
is.
coming back.
okay. Then I'm gonna take this.
So Erland kind of throws it in, steps back. Saphira steps forward.
Yeah, and I'm gonna like kind of whatever.
Yep.
Back, go towards him.
Make an attack roll. +4 for the ballista.
7.
7 misses. So you see the, and it kind of, you see it sort of shatter in the distance with a little bit of light.
We have like 19 of those now.
Yeah, something like that. This is now unloaded.
Okay,
Okay.
it's me.
Yeah.
Hey!
Step up to the plate.
So the things that are not turned are this wisp, that guy and a ghost over there.
Yeah. Can I get? Okay, hold on. I should have counted this before. 10,
okay. Each one more
20,
time.
30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 20. Fuck, I don't think I can get within 150 feet
Oh, I
of
think you
him.
definitely can.
Of Flamey
That's
Skull?
15 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and you can move.
Yeah, no, total 150. My spell range is 120.
Oh,
plus
you're
30
include.
movement.
I thought you were saying the spell.
Yeah, no,
yes,
no,
you
no.
can. Yes, you can't. Sorry,
Fuck. Okay.
I thought you were saying the spell was 150.
No, I was not. I'm gonna go ahead
The
and.
wisp is definitely within
Yeah, whatever. That thing has such a fucking high armor class. Yeah, I guess Orba's just gonna like quickly throw out a chill touch real quick at the wisp. And
That's
just-
an attack roll?
Yeah, just
Okay.
see what she can do. Okay. Oh god, I have too many
Maybe she
things.
can do it. Maybe she not.
You can hand the board to someone if you need.
20 to hit.
20 hits?
Great.
That's right. Thank you.
I think that's like
Thank you.
what it takes.
Time folk.
And that's a D8. 4 damage.
4. Great. So you see the spectral hand sort of appear and take a swipe, and it looks like a little bit of the light kind of puffs off. You know.
Yeah, and can I tell, like, is there anything that I could gather from seeing this guy here, the Flaming Skull guy, like, arcane-wise or anything?
I'm gonna say he's too far to do that. Maybe if you were closer, but
Okay.
you're very far away. Are you moving at all?
Yes, I'm gonna just move 30 feet toward the group. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. You see Orba.
I'm coming!
He's here. Skeleton.
Skeleton is dead, I think. Or no, he's turned. Yeah.
No, I killed him as he
Yeah,
tried to
Yeah,
run
he's
away.
gone.
Alright.
What's that?
Me.
Skeleton?
Sorry.
Alright.
Okay. So the Flaming Skull doesn't have any more.
Spell.
He doesn't have any more spell slots, which doesn't mean he can't do anything. He was out of range to use his other attacks.
Got it. I want to flame
What are you gonna
his
do?
ass so bad.
What are you gonna do?
I want to breathe on him, but he's too far. Can you feel it? Okay, well, I gotta move some. Like, I can't just. What am I supposed to? Like, I'm not gonna do anything.
You can move. You can move towards one of the enemies, or you can move head up to the ballista. I mean,
You can also take a dodge action.
yeah.
What?
You can take the dodge action, which makes attack rolls get disadvantaged as you sort of move into a defensive stance.
Oh. I don't. Well, I'm just gonna. I guess I'm just gonna move closer to that guy.
Okay.
To try to breathe him.
Okay. 5, 15, 25.
And
And
I'm
now
still-
you do have a bonus action, so if you wanted to use the thing you were trying to use before,
Oh, I want to use it on myself.
I think you can. Or does it have to be an ally?
It's give like a friend.
I just didn't know if you could cast it on yourself.
Yeah, what's the phrasing?
You can use a bonus action to expend one spirit to bolster the resolve of one of your companions.
Yeah, so you can't use
Yeah.
it.
Other than that, no.
Bollocks. Great.
All right. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Ghosties.
Great. I mean, you could use it on Graven.
He just got a. Didn't you just get a lot of that? Or Safira?
Anyone who can see or hear you, which would be any of the others.
Is anyone really? Are you really bad?
Yes, she's really bad. I'll speak for her. She's very
She's very modest. She's like, I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, but like,
Orba from afar.
I'll give.
She looks super busted up.
I will do that. So
Hey.
It's a very large
security die roll and my charisma modifier is 0.
Great.
So I
it's just a flat D8.
D8.
Double pyramid, baby.
I got it.
Yeah.
3.
There you go. So you
Something.
Heal 3. It's temporary hit points, although for now it's. For now it's basically the same thing. In combat, it's essentially the same.
Ghosts.
Ghosts. Okay, so this one disappears sort of into the distance.
Graven turns his face towards it.
And this one floats back in there.
Damn you.
Correct.
Wisp. Well, end of round.
Yes, end of the round. Nothing happens at the end of the round.
The wisp.
The wisp. It's gonna move. You see it kind of, and in addition to that, disappears from sight.
It's the worst.
Oh, so it can just like show up wherever.
If it's an action to turn invisible, but yeah, so because it didn't attack anybody, it
but it moved first and then did
moved
that.
and then
That's nice.
It was here when it disappeared.
How far away? God, how far away are those things?
Like 80 feet. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yeah, 80 feet.
Sorry.
About 80 feet.
Me.
My hand spread for a second.
So difficult when they're all there.
Could I get within 60 with? Like, is it 90 away? Could I move 30 and be within 60?
30, 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, you could be within 60. Yep.
Okay. I want to be just within 60.
There,
And
it's
I'll-
just within 60.
Some sacred flame
Great.
at him.
It's a save.
Yeah, dexterity saving.
For the flame skull. 8.
Fails.
Great. Nice.
D8, baby. That's the one.
No modifier, no.
Two.
A little off in the distance, but you start to see the light.
Nice.
Okay. It flinches a little bit.
He blinks.
I don't think there are any spirits that are on the map.
Did I use 20 movement or?
Yes, you
Can
will
I
use
go
20
back
movement.
10?
Yep. Yes, you may.
Scoot.
Thank you.
That was smart.
That's it.
So the spirits are off the map. And
There's
what's
no
up?
spirits and it's me. Ballista's unloaded at the
Unloaded, yep.
moment. I'm picking one up, popping it in.
It's Erland's
I
job
know
now.
my place.
While you're there, just keep being there.
Just gonna go up. You're late.
And I'm gonna totally
Got
ignore
loaded,
that.
didn't
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Flame skull.
Flame skull, great.
Oh,
So you
God.
see it sort of start to move forward. And you see its eyes.
There he goes again.
2 lasers
No.
shooting out of its eyes. So these are attack rolls. So Beezaura, 15 to hit.
Nope.
Graven, 15 to hit.
Miss.
Yes. That's
So the lasers kind of. You see these sort of rays of fire
Now
go
he's
flying.
in my range.
And that's going to be it.
Safira.
I love not getting.
Okay, now that
I
I'm
love it.
reloaded, I'm gonna see the flame.
Before she
and-
does that, can I scream to her?
No, it's her turn.
Do it.
That's not kosher.
No.
Yep, make an attack roll.
It is the
With a plus
closer
4.
threat. She is trying to
She's got it.
do the job.
Oh no.
Well, it's going to miss there. What is it?
It's 6.
6, 7.
You'll get to do it anyways.
And it
Just
sort of-
let me fire this guy.
Oh right, I forgot.
Oh yeah, do these things like hitting the ground? Does it make them break or let out any
These
light?
things are very concentrated,
My throat is
and when it
burning.
crashes, it makes like a little flash. But as opposed to the lanterns, which make a big glow, it's not the
I
same.
mean, it's the priority. We got it. Orba.
Okay.
Unless you're moving or doing anything, it's also within Hunter's Mark range.
I'm afraid to do it because if I hit it with the thing, it goes away.
Do other people get
is
the
it-
bonus, or is it just you?
No, I think it's just me.
It's just you.
Yeah.
Trick or treat.
Unusual.
It's you deal an extra 1d6.
Okay, yeah, so it's just your attacks. And what is it? 60?
No, it's 90 feet. So if I were to fire,
50. This is within 90 also. Both of them are within 90 feet.
okay. Why am I afraid of these spell slots? I don't have to worry about it. Okay, I'll use a spell slot to cast. Actually, I'm gonna cast it on Fire Guy. Actually, screw Fire Guy. This guy's annoying.
Marked.
Yeah.
So what does that do?
So if she attacks it, she deals
I
extra
do
damage to it.
Oh, cool.
Great.
Is that it?
Yep.
Orba.
Okay, Orba sees what that skull dude just did, so she's going to cast Chill Touch at him,
Great.
which is an attack roll.
What's the range on that?
It is 120 feet.
Okay, great.
So 11 to hit.
11 misses.
Okay. And then I'm gonna again move 30 feet closer to our friends. Okay, and I'm done.
Okay.
That was a fun turn.
Easy.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm straight.
You got it.
Firing this fire
You can
guy.
both attack, if you move, you can both attack it and fire breathe it in the same
Can you
turn.
please do it at the same time?
I'm gonna do that.
Which would you like to do first?
Let's attack it first.
Great, make an attack roll.
16.
16 hits.
There it is.
Where's my red 8?
And this is bludgeoning damage, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
4.
Great, so you see it and it kind of like rattles the head a little
And then I'm
bit.
just gonna pull my flail in to go.
Yes!
It's a dexterity save.
Make room for all these
It
D's.
does save, but
No.
it's half damage, so still roll.
All right.
Still good, still good. Yeah, pick all those up.
Oh, it's.
What if we went like that?
I can't see it, so you're gonna have to tell me.
Okay, 5.
That's fine.
7.
Keep going. Keep get him.
10.
Light him up.
13. So 6.
13, 6. Great. So, sort of torrent of fire, and it seems like it engulfs it in this sort of swirling around it, and the flame fades, and it smiles back. It's immune to fire damage. As you see the flames sort of swirling, and
That
it
was
has
all
like sort of a
my
ghostly
fire!
You waited like 3 rounds to blow fire at that fucking
Damn
thing.
you.
That's all right. I think it was that the one that was weak to radiant damage?
No,
Or no, that was the something else.
Okay, that was a shadow.
What does that inform anything else about if it's weaker to like chill, like cold damage or like anything like that arcane wise? Like would I know that?
I mean, just by looking at that. On your turn, maybe you
okay.
can take a look
Okay.
at
It's
it.
okay.
How much did I just move in the beginning?
Just 10. You have 15 feet left.
But
I'm
you're
gonna.
gonna get an opportunity.
It will
right?
get an opportunity. It will get a disadvantage because it fires from range with a ranged attack, so it would get a disadvantage attack on you.
You would also get a disadvantage attack on you if you stayed there and it attacked you next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'll move the remaining back towards everybody,
Okay.
and I'll just have to see if he gets me.
Disadvantage attack. 13 to hit.
No.
Great. Fire.
Okay. Worth it.
No.
Stupid fire guy. I'm so
okay.
mad.
All right.
Hot juice.
Close.
Go.
I want more hot juice.
I know.
That
I'm
was
so
rough.
thirsty for hot juice.
Doesn't quite be. Okay, so the ghost is gonna get there, and a similar thing, you didn't see this happen before, but it looks towards Graven, and you see the face start to deform, and it kind of screams out at you. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I have so much wisdom. My wisdom is high.
He's so smart. He's so smart. Sort of.
8.
You fail. So the horrifying face sort of turns, and you look into its eyes, and you start to like go cross-eyed vision. So you are frightened. You have
Fuck that.
You have disadvantage on
Wow.
any attack rolls or ability checks while you can see it.
While I can see that
Yep,
specific
while you can
thing.
see it, and you cannot willingly move closer to it. Those are the two things about it.
I don't know how long this lasts, do I?
You do not know how long.
Dude, fuck that.
Would any of us know how to soothe a frightened person?
If you have a spell that does that, you would know.
Yeah, I could do it to myself. I would use a spell slot. Like,
Graven, stop being so scared.
I literally have like a.
But like kind words from a rooftop won't do it.
Support.
No.
Hey man.
You're doing good.
Great.
Top of the
the end of the
lineup.
Hello, top of the lineup to the wisp.
Great.
Any
No.
end of round effects?
No end of round effects.
Damn it, all right.
And the wisp appears behind Orba, and it reaches out with sort of a shocking grasp.
Behind the orbs.
14 to hit.
Shield. I cast shield.
Great. And that makes your armor
It
class
makes my AC 16.
16. Great. So the lightning
You can
kind of
do that
goes out
anytime?
and blocks.
I can
Costs a spell slot.
Yeah, it costs a spell slot.
But it's in response to something trying to
It's a
hit.
It's
reaction.
a response. Yeah, it's a reaction, and it lasts until my next turn.
Got it.
Great. Cool.
Great.
Suck it, Wisp. Sorry.
It feels bad. And then who's
Oh
up?
It
man.
is to Graven.
All right, Graven.
Very scared.
God damn it. So even if I attack the skull
So
thing,
scared.
It's within line of sight, so yes, you
what
would.
if I turn around and look at the wisp?
If you go to the wisp, it would be out of your line of sight because it'd be blocked by the building. But yeah, anything from like here over, you'd be able to see it.
Beezaura, you got this right?
Turn around.
Stop being so scared.
But you can cast.
Well,
a spell.
I just want to literally like go 10. Can I go just 10 feet away, like to that corner right there?
This would be. You have to use 20 to get out of sight. I'm gonna say of that thing.
That's fine.
Okay.
And then yeah, I'm gonna some sacred flame down
On
the wisp.
the wisp.
Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. 15.
That saves.
Great.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
That's it for me.
And now you get to repeat that saving throw at the end of your turn to try and become unfrightened.
Oh,
maybe make another wisdom save.
Good. 7.
You continue to be frightened.
So dumb.
So dumb. I hate being frightened.
That's my worst kind of thing.
Spirits, if there's any.
There it is. You can erase that.
Oh, they're just gone forever.
Well,
They're so far away right now that they're in Took 2.
Oh, that's what the method we should use, guys.
I'll just turn you guys.
Sorry, shoot me.
It's to Erland, and he is going to, with a little bit of passive aggressiveness because she's missed,
Twice.
put the thing in. Like I'm gonna sigh a little louder this time.
We get it.
Like I'm working very hard.
Great.
Now it's the flames.
Anything else?
Have I seen one of the? That's a ghost, right?
Yep.
Have I seen one of the ghosts make an? No, I'm gonna let it sit. I'm good. Yeah. Okay. Flame skull.
Flame skull. All right, so it's gonna. You see its eyes light up again.
Oh God.
And sort of having missed Beezaura, sort of feeling that she's a difficult target, it's going to fire 2 rays, one at Erland and one at Safira.
Okay.
Safira, 15 to hit. Erland, 14 to hit.
14 misses.
14 misses. Great. That one goes wide. And 5 fire damage.
So temporary HP acts as the same.
Yeah, so you lose the temporary HP first before you lose your regular HP. You see what I'm saying? It acts as a buffer between.
It's like
okay. But
in the middle of combat, it's basically the same thing. It just wears off if you're not in combat. Yeah, after a while. And this is gonna back up a little bit. And it's gonna say.
Safira.
So what backed up?
It's just backed up one square. Those flames.
Coward.
Okay, get back.
Says you.
So
Says the frightened huge guy.
seeing that he has no faith in me to fire the cannon, I'm gonna take out my longbow.
You guys are doing a lot.
And
Well, she does have the hunter's
I
mark.
have, yeah, that's fine. And I'm gonna shoot
Great.
my longbow at
Make an
Flame
attack
Skull.
roll.
11 to hit.
11 misses.
Does she have advantage? Do you get to try another roll? No.
It does not advantage. It's just extra
No,
damage.
it's the eyes.
Great. Anything else? Safira? Anything else?
Oh no.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, Orba's gonna turn around and seeing that the wisp is like all fancy pantsy fast, she's gonna like dig her heels into the earth and cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp right next to the wisp.
Great.
And it's gonna try to like grab at the wisp.
We'll give you a little thing for your hand.
Would I know how that affects like invisible creatures? Like it doesn't like
Invisible creature.
yeah, if it
Or
goes, if it goes
incorporeal or invisible?
invisible. When
Okay.
it goes invisible, my hand still like has it. It can't like.
Yes.
I don't know what it's gonna do if it just tries to grab.
No,
it.
it would hold it in there. It would because it restrains it when it holds it, right?
Yeah.
So it can't move. Yeah.
Right. I was just making sure that like it couldn't like be sneaky. I'm just doing my homework.
So what is the save
It
on
has to
that?
make a strength saving throw, I believe. Hold
It
on.
has disadvantage on attacks.
Yes, strength saving throw.
You picked a good one.
I did pick a good one.
10.
Fails.
Nice.
So it reaches up and it sort of squeezes this little ball of light, and the light gets dimmer as it kind of holds it tight.
Yeah, like its little wisps are like trying to get out. Yeah.
So it is restrained and it takes damage.
And it takes 2d6, I think. Yeah,
Go ahead
2d6
and roll for
bludgeoning.
damage.
So many different modifiers
I
on
know. Actually, I
everybody.
should use not orange because we used that. I haven't used it.
7 damage.
Great.
7 bludgeoning.
Bitch
So you
whiz.
see it squeezing the light starts to fade on the wisp.
So restrained, do we get like advantage when we're attacking it? Or?
You do.
And it
Doesn't help
cannot
with my stupid
move.
sacred flame.
And it cannot move.
And it has
yes.
disadvantage?
It has disadvantage on attack rolls, yes.
And that is all.
Okay.
Good work.
And my shield is done.
It's me.
Shield's over. Okay.
Shield's over.
Who's up?
Beezaura.
It's
Beezy.
Beezy.
Okay, I don't really know what to do.
He's within a melee attack range if you move up to him.
Oh yeah.
Try whacking some stuff.
Sure, why not?
Smackety smack him.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, that's actually pretty close.
He
I
like
didn't realize.
avoided even trying to hit you last round.
Yeah, he scared me a little bit. Like, what is this thing? Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna go for it.
Go ahead. Make an attack roll.
I want the blue one. I like it. It's a 20.
20 hits.
That's
Roll for
good.
damage.
I'd have to say that is a good one.
Use your bloody dice.
Ooh.
7 bludgeoners.
Seven.
Sorry, that was really loud.
No, that's okay. That was acceptably loud. Great. And you see like pieces of the skull kind of chip off of the top of it, and the eyes kind of rattle in its head. Still low, but it's.
Any kind of super cool stuff?
I have some more super cool things.
Super cool it up.
I can. Give enemy disadvantage with the goading attack.
Against other things, I think.
Oh,
Make sure you read that.
right, yeah. You can expand into.
Attacking only you.
Yeah,
Only me.
you're basically taunting it into attacking only you.
Oh,
It doesn't
no.
get disadvantage against you. It gets disadvantage against anything else but you.
Okay, never mind. I don't want to do that one. I want to do. Sorry. No offense, guys. I'm standing right next to
Yeah,
him.
but it has disadvantage when he's standing next to you.
No.
No,
It has
it doesn't.
disadvantage on attacks against anything but the
You are not
Yeah.
listening to me though.
Range.
He has
Also
disadvantage
has disadvantage
against
against her already.
people who are right next to him if he does that one spell.
If he does that same thing.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Yes.
has, I'm assuming, also.
But yes.
Oh.
That's what I meant.
Again, yeah, but you just you don't know that that's the only thing you can do. But
Right.
theoretically, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna actually do distracting strike. So if she wants to do the thingy, then she has advantage on him.
Okay, so read that out just so they know.
Yeah. I actually, this is a good one. I thought about this. Okay. When I hit a creature tag, you can expend 1 superiority die to distract the creature, giving your allies an opening. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll. The next attack roll against the target by an attacker other than you has advantage if the attack is made before the start of your next turn, which everyone basically is.
So you roll a d8 and add that damage to it. You
For
do
the
an additional whatever damage.
7.
7, great.
Alright.
So you hit it and some other pieces kind of go flying. One of the eye sockets seems to have like cracked.
Yeah.
And you can see some of the like firelight like leaking out of the side. And so the next attack on it has advantage against it.
Great. All right.
Love that.
And that's it.
Alright. After BZ, it's ghosts.
All right.
We've been repelling this thing for a while.
Like,
and
he's
I'm
been
scared
out
of
in the
it.
woods.
And you're scared of it, so it's gonna get advantage against you, I believe. Oh no, you just have. No, it doesn't get advantage against you.
I just have disadvantage.
You just have
on
disadvantage
my
against
attacks
it,
when I
yeah.
see it.
Great, so it's gonna reach out with a withering touch. 16 to hit.
It's gross.
And he's really
so
scared of
scared.
it. 8 necrotic damage.
Come
Jesus
on.
Christ.
8?
You feel it on your back as you go, ah!
How many times can you heal yourself?
Okay, after ghosts, if they're done, it's Wisp, top of the round.
Is that the top of the round?
Yes.
Okay. The surviving undead, in a sudden moment of lucidity, you see them kind of like drop their focus from you. And they begin to sink into the earth.
What?
Thank fuck. Unless this is something really
Even out of my grasp.
Yeah.
Is there anything else there? No, just those.
This is either going to be really good or really
And you hear a
bad.
great shushing sound, so like, and the windows to the mortuary, you hear sort of the tinkling of glass where the windows had broken and
Yeah.
pieces are falling off. And then you hear a sort of low groan, and the purple light swells, and it's sort of pouring out of the window. And you hear heavy footsteps. And the door swings open,
Are we going to have to fight Yannick?
and it reveals a terrifying creature.
Oh
And it slams the door shut behind it. And Graven recognizes it immediately as the body of Stelwyn Yannick. But where the decay had set in, and at the portions of his feet, his torso, and his face, where there were decay eating away at the bones, there's this purple energy that seems to have filled in the gaps and made him this sort of spectral undead warrior as the energy has filled him. And he reaches an arm forward, and you see the purple energy sort of pulse and go through his arm. and you see a sword appear in his hand as it.
Why?
And he sort of flexes his limbs, and he stares out at all of you. And the Spectrum Warrior has joined the fight here at the front of the.
Does this look like what we saw at Blom's?
No.
Okay.
Erase all the enemies.
I'm guessing he's
Yourself.
against us.
You could try talking to him if you want.
You never know. I mean, like,
I
sir,
want to
Guys,
talk
where's
to
Yannick?
Yannick in there.
Sir,
Yannick, what is this?
do you like your undead people, or are you with them?
13.
Below me?
Yeah, we'll put it below you.
What would you like him to be called?
You can call it Stelwyn. Stelwyn. Stelwyn.
That's the name.
We were trying to like
That's Yannick's
protect
brother.
his.
Yeah.
Yes. Yannick's
Is it a
brother.
humanoid?
It's undead, which is not a humanoid. It's a different category.
Does it seem? It seems spectral, right? It seems. Like
It has like
it's-
arcane energy. It has physicality to it, if that's what you mean.
Well, I mean, does it seem?
It seems more solid. It's not an incorporeal being.
Okay,
It's not like a spirit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't use hold person on it.
If it's a humanoid, no, because it's undead. It's not human.
So it's the top of the round, right?
Top of the round.
Right, it's Graven.
Am I still?
God,
I'm not frightened anymore because that thing's gone, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's back. He's like, guys, I'm not scared.
I mean, technically you are, but it has to be within sight of you anyway. Oh, that hand's still.
That's my hand.
Yeah.
I guess I can't even really see what came out. I'm gonna.
You saw those sort of the flashes of purple light, and sort of he comes.
Then you hear Orba go, "Ah!"
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna run past her.
Okay, where are you? Here?
Yeah, to there. And yell for like, Yannick, what are you doing in there? And like swing my mace.
You
at
don't
him.
hear a response from Yannick.
Oh, fuck.
Buddy.
No
Kill his
response from
brother.
Yannick. You said.
Nope.
Either that or he's making this guy on purpose. Oh.
Natural one.
Misses.
Yep.
Okay.
He sort of comes in his hand. It's sort of a purple shield appears, and he sort of easily blocks the incoming attack, and then it disappears.
Can I like see into the room to try?
You shut the door behind him. There's windows to it, but you'd have to walk up to it and peek. There's one here and one here.
So I was kind of near it before.
Yeah, you would have had to move backward. You wouldn't have gotten an attack in if you
Right.
moved to the window.
Right.
then.
Okay. Somebody check on Yannick. And that's it.
Okay.
Erland.
He's standing in front of the door. Also, you'd have to jump
Yeah.
through the window in order to get inside there. But
That's true.
Graven just yelled, "Someone check on Yannick."
Yeah.
Can that thing see me?
yeah, you're on the edge of it there. It took a look around when it came out. You were right on the edge of the roof there.
Am I right above the window?
No, there's like a window here and here on the sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still have one of those.
If you used all of your, if you used all of your movement, you might be able to get in with a successful sort of.
That somehow seems less important in this particular moment. I'm going to. Oh, actually, I'm gonna hop. I can make contact with him if I hop sort of directly. Oh, there's a ladder on that side, though. Yeah.
There's a ladder like here, yes.
Great. I'm going.
But you can jump down. It's not a super tall roof.
Okay,
Yeah,
good. Then I just want to hop down.
You can definitely jump down. It's a
If I'm
short
right here, I can attack him still. Yeah.
Yes.
Because that's touching. Yeah. So I'm gonna hop off the roof and drop down to there.
Around the corner, yeah.
Can I see into the window from where I'm standing?
No, it's here and here.
Oh, I see. Okay, great. I am going to do a two-handed quarterstaff attack on
Okay.
him.
Make an attack roll.
11 to hit.
11 misses. So again, he sort of reaches up in the purple shield that he has, and kind of bang, and it sort of ripples against the purple spectral shield.
All right, I am going to use a key point and use patient defense instead of assume. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, you
Goes
good?
into a defensive stance.
Yeah.
Stellan.
It's Stelwyn.
Yeah.
Great. So he sort of blocks, and then in sort of a quick succession, he takes a couple of swipes. He's going to take one at Erland and one at Orba. Erland, get the right modifier. 20 to hit. Yep, and 15 to hit.
I am.
Wait, who is this on? This is
Erland. He had disadvantage.
Okay,
because of
so just the
defense.
15 then, right?
Yeah, it's a 20 to hit and I'm rolling a 50 yet. Yeah, I haven't done Orbas yet.
I am going to. How big is the sword? How terrifyingly large is this sword?
I mean, he's only human size, so it's like, it's not an oversized sword. It looks pretty scary because it's like glowing purple, but it's not like especially large.
Erland's gonna throw up a hand and use bull bark.
Great. The bark kind of swirls around your hand, and it blocks the incoming attack. Go ahead and make your save.
No, we're not.
So did you go up 2 levels there?
Oh.
5.
That's maxed out.
Great.
All right, Erland, give us a.
Wait, it was a cost. Yeah.
Wait!
Give us a D12 roll.
I'm sure this one will be just like a bonus or something.
11.
He feels the sort of natural energy pulsing through him, and you can see his veins start to pulse out against his neck. You are frightened, and the creature closest to you is your source of fear, which is the creature, obviously, that you just. What did we use for frightened? Purple.
Yeah.
So can you remind me what frighten means?
Yes. 1 second. You have disadvantage against any attacks or skills when you can see your source of fear, and you cannot willingly move closer to it.
That sucks.
I'm truly useless. So I can't move towards it.
Yep. You can stay, but you can't move towards it, and you get disadvantage on any attack rolls or ability checks.
Closes his eyes.
That would still give you disadvantage.
Yeah, right.
Because you're blinded.
That's true.
So yes, you can do that.
Sweet.
But it does the same thing. All right.
Dude.
He's attacking me.
Yes. Second attack. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
19 hits. And you take 7 force damage as the sword comes across and strikes you. And that's it.
Okay.
It's me, right?
Yeah, it's you. Yeah, Safira.
Okay, I'm gonna climb down the ladder,
Okay.
and I'm going to break the, that
Right.
lamp and hope
You run
that
up to it.
does something.
And you break it, and the flash of light sort of rings out, and you see the purple light inside its body that had filled in those gaps kind of dim for a minute, and then it comes back up. It did not seem to affect it.
No! Okay. Just gonna start.
You have that was not an action, so you could still move around the corner and shoot at it.
Damn it.
Yeah, now that I feel like I might want to go inside to into the window. Can I jump into the window?
Yes, or is that what you're gonna do?
Yep.
Okay.
I want to see what he's doing in there.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Oh my goodness. 8.
8. So you go up to the window, and immediately upon placing your hand on the window, the shards of glass kind of catch at your hand, and a little more glass kind of tinkers down. And it also, as you look in, it seems like one of the walls that had like a row of shelves and stuff has like collapsed in front of the window, and you're not able to squeeze in.
Oh.
Can I not kick the thing? Does that require?
Maybe next turn.
Okay.
Okay. Are you done?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Orba's gonna slam her palms together and cast Thunder Wave so that it only hits Stelwyn. So
What
he
kind of save
makes
is
a
that?
Constitution saving throw.
Would we get attacks of opportunity as it went away if it gets moved?
If it gets moved, yes.
Yeah, that's true.
5.
Oh, he fails!
Yes.
Ooh, you
Right,
get
so
pushed
there's
back.
sort of a rattling of earth.
15 feet, baby. Or no, 10 feet away, sorry. And it takes
just- okay, so
2d8 thunder damage.
Roll for damage.
Beautiful.
So 13 damage.
13 damage.
Seeing her getting that ready.
Yep.
Erland
Go ahead and make your
Graven
roll. Yours is with disadvantage.
Yeah, Erland tentatively
Yeah.
tries to poke it.
Damn it.
Oh, come on, boys!
10.
Misses.
11 to hit.
Misses. Great. So
Damn
as he
it,
sort of
Sam.
is moved away, you guys both take a swipe, and you're too late. Beezaura. Orba, are you moving? Are you doing?
Oh, yes, I'm gonna take like gonna go back.
Also, you need to give me a concentration saving throw.
Oh, I do. I have a feeling. What? So remind
It's
me what I have
10.
to do.
Roll a saving throw, Constitution.
Oh, okay. I think I passed. Constitution
Yeah.
saving throw. Constitution 12.
Great. So you maintain your concentration. So the hand is still there.
Great. So I'm gonna move 20 feet back.
Great. It takes an
It's an
action to move
action.
it, but yes, that's fine.
Okay. I'm just very far out there.
So you can move and dash. So you can move 50 feet total on this turn.
Okay, I'll do that.
Great. So
Towards the
20,
main
30,
area.
40, 50.
Yeah.
Okay. Top of the lineup with Graven.
Kind of draw some power. My forearm and hand kind of turn black, and the energy comes into my mace, and I'm gonna try to swing with an inflict wounds.
So you're moving up to it?
Yeah, I'm gonna move up to it and try to crack at it.
Is that a save or an attack roll?
Make a melee spell attack
Okay.
against a creature. So,
Use your spell attack modifier.
spell attack modifier with this.
You got it. Let's go.
Natural 20.
Roll that damage, baby.
All right,
Nice.
so it's
We needed
3d10.
that.
So we double the 3d10. Okay.
Alright, let's
Okay.
wait.
Hit it.
8.
Oh yeah.
10.
Yeah.
2. So, 18 plus 2, so 20.
40.
40
Plus.
That's it. It just says it's just 40. Well,
Wow, what
Why
a
don't you show us how it's done here?
seeing all his friends take all this damage and using every last ounce, Graven swings the mace at the head of this thing like, Yannick, what have you done? And just wallops his head off.
Woo!
I love you.
And you see the sort of some of the limbs go flying, and the purple light sort of fades away. And there's a quiet here in the graveyard, and that's where we're gonna go to break.
Oh my god. MVP, dude. You turned all the undead.
Wow.
MVP.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
The graveyard fight has ceased.
Oh
That
my
was also
god.
the first time you've rolled well with that spell.
Yeah.
We'll jump right back
man.
into it when we get back. Thank you guys for joining us.
Oh
Sweet.
man.
And we'll be right back to see what happened to Yannick in the mortuary.
Oh, Lo, got to see you do that.
She better. Thank you.
All right, guys, we'll be right back.
Dinner.
Oh boy.
Dinner.
Hey guys, we're back.
Oh god.
Oh, hey.
Oh, you're
Oh,
here.
really? Oh, my god.
All cool and casual like.
We just,
And you guys stand in the graveyard. The lights have dimmed. The purple light emanating from the mortuary has faded. All the bones and pieces seem to have drifted away into dust or sort of sunk into the ground. And you're here in the graveyard.
There's just a corpse now.
Of Stelwyn, there are pieces of Stelwyn.
Noise.
His weapon. Can
Yes. It disappeared. That purple energy faded, and it was not a like actual physical sword. It was a
Alright.
sort of a
Fuck
spectral
those
sword.
pieces. I'm going straight towards the door.
Yeah, let's go in.
Yeah, can
Yeah,
I call
where's-
in through the window?
Sure, you can yell.
Like, Yannick, are you in there? Can you hear me?
You don't get a response.
Come, let's go inside.
Can I try to kick the like whatever's
can go
in
in
the
the
Sure, you can also go in the
I
door.
know.
But yeah, you hear you can start to kick. Give me an athletics check as they sort of burst through the door.
15.
15. So you give it a good kick, and one of the boards cracks. It looks like you can crawl through there if you want to.
I'm gonna crawl
Right.
through the
So you
window.
start to crawl through it, and you start to come through the door.
Yeah.
yeah, right behind
Can
you.
I just peek in through the window on the other side of the building?
Yeah. Let's.
So I can
Yeah.
just-
We'll stop
Yeah,
using the
yeah.
map just for reference, just so we're not. Don't even attempt.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't want to also go in. I just want to keep an eye out outside.
After so much combat, I'm like, okay, who gets to speak next?
Shut up.
So the scene when
Yeah,
you
that's
sort of burst the door open, it's complete disarray. Bits of shattered glass, broken shelves, scattered pages. The examination table's been virtually obliterated. There's sort of it's sort of sunk in the middle and then turned off to one side. And the cabinets on the far wall have kind of collapsed forward. This was what Safira was seeing as it was sort of collapsing in front of the window. And they've sort of made this sort of wooden, splintery mound on the far side of the room. And you don't see Yannick, and he's not immediately visible when you enter. And all the lights have been extinguished, any of the lamps or anything. It's very dark. You can barely see anything.
Yeah.
Any people with night vision can kind of peek in.
Can I, yeah.
I reach down a piece of debris and cast light with
Sure. And it's a small room, so it illuminates pretty nicely.
it. Look for Yannick. That was the body of his brother that he desecrated in order to speak to the spirits.
Oh, good.
I don't know. There could be more that would come right now. We need to find him.
So you and Safira are in. Are you rooting around?
Yeah,
Give me
I'm looking through stuff.
investigation checks for all the people in the building, which are the three of you.
9.
17.
Also 9.
17. Okay, great. So Safira's sort of closer. She's the first one to pick up a few of the boards that of some of the shelves that had collapsed. And you pick up one, nothing, another one. And you're looking for the body, and you go to for a third one and pick it up, and you see Yannick there. Nicked, bruised, some cuts, but still alive. You see breathing.
Is he conscious?
He appears to be conscious. Yannick, can you hear me?
You can kind of pick him and you sort of pull him over, and he kind of like limply, and you hold him by the chest as he sort of limply moves forward, and his eyes open ever so slowly. Yes, I'm all right, I think.
What happened? What happened? Did it work?
And he looks around. There was a great flash of purple light, and I was knocked from my feet. It hurts to open my eyes. And you can see him sort of moving his eyes, and some of the movement in front of him. He doesn't seem to be able to focus. He doesn't appear blinded, but disoriented. He seems to be sort of seeing sort of blurred vision. I can only see outlines and shapes. Is my brother here?
Your brother. Something possessed him. He attacked us, and we were forced to.
And he's sort of trying to orient himself towards your speaking voice.
It's Graven. It's me.
Yes.
We were forced to. He's gone.
He thinks for a moment. And he seems to sort of start to say something and then stop. How did you all fare? Is everyone all right?
We will heal in time. Yes.
The message. Did you get the message from the spirits? What do they want to say?
I got it. It was just a moment. And again, now he's sort of orienting himself towards Safira with the voice he hears. The connection was strong, but the voices were filled with contempt and unbalance. Miasma, they said. Vapors in the ground. Agitating bodies, crypts and coffins. Something in the ground. And he sort of falls back a little bit and then sort of catches himself before fading out of unconsciousness.
Miasma, what do you know what that is?
Miasma is vapors. It's a type of gas. They didn't say. Just miasma. And miasma it's not a proper noun. Miasma is like a vaporous gas, like a toxic vapor. They didn't say much more than that. But they did issue a warning. They warned that the miasma wasn't just disturbing the graves and the undead. It was sinking deeper into the ground. Creatures of the Underdark are being aggravated. And the Underdark, you might know this, creatures that dwell deep within the earth in a sort of cave system. It's not always under certain things, but, you know, some sort of nasty monstrosities and sort of amalgamation creatures, like sort of horrible creatures of dark magic. Creatures of the
called
Underdark.
again? Sorry.
Which what called?
The
place.
The Underdark.
Oh, the Underdark.
Yeah, that's
what I
where
meant,
they
yeah.
live. Yeah, creatures of the Underdark. Yeah.
Will they ever stop?
I don't know. I think I need to talk to Skents in the morning. See if I can get a bit of help tracking down where the gas might be the strongest.
Can I, like, peek in through the window? Like,
Sure.
I can...
And you could sort of hear this. The windows were broken too, so
Right.
it's very quiet here other than Yannick's voice and the voices of your friends.
What about just going to the Broken Crown, sir?
Broken Crown. It's not allowed to interfere with local issues. It's their mission. It would have to be something outside of the limits of Mukmu. I don't know that to be the case, but it is possible. Do you know someone of the Broken Crown?
Maybe.
Feel free to ask them.
I would exercise caution in who you report this to that is within your local law enforcement.
Do they even have a reason to believe you?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Why would he not believe me? Do you guys know something that I don't?
No. But you are the only... Do you have any proof? Do you have any way to show them?
Skents trusts me, I think.
Okay, good.
He said that it would not be an issue until it caused harm, but it has caused harm.
Yes.
Hopefully that will mean he will allocate some resources to my requests.
Were you able to do anything other than ask a question? Were you able to speak to them in any way?
Again, it was very brief. I asked the question, and they issued the warning. And then I was knocked out.
Something on your mind, Safira?
I agree with Orba. I think you need to be careful who you tell this to.
If you trust Skents, then yes, but...
Did they describe it to you, this gas, this miasma?
No. Just that it was toxic.
Toxic to both undead and anything else.
I don't know, that it was disturbing them.
Have any new structures been built nearby recently?
How many of there are you here, just so I know?
There are 5 of us. We met earlier.
Yes, I recognize the voice.
I'm new.
Thank you for coming.
Do you have any do you require healing? Do you have any potions nearby I could...
I do, yes.
retrieve for you?
Up on the left, top cabinet.
I'll go over and...
You go, and the cabinet is sort of the front cover of it is tilted a little bit, and you open it up, and it's like a flood of liquid sort of like dripping down. It appears that they've
Everything's-
shattered
everything's
completely.
fine.
There's
That happens a
nothing.
lot to us.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna tell
All
you.
of them are shattered?
I'm sorry that everything was destroyed.
I should be alright. I'll visit the reserve center. They have a some basic medication there.
Okay.
Have any new structures been built nearby recently? Have you seen any construction sites, dig sites, an influx of laborers of any sort?
I am aware that myconid extract has come to Mukmu, but structures, no. This was more than I anticipated. There's and he points off again. A small drawer underneath one of the cabinets, next to the left side.
I'll go over to it.
Sure. You open it up, and as you're doing so, 25 for each of you. I can spare it. And
Thank you.
You open it up, and as you do, you see some rows of coin. It looks like he has here sort of a reserve of coin. It looks like there's 250 gold here total, and he's offering 25 a person. And there's also a couple crystals and gems. There's 2 pieces of quartz and a decent-sized pearl. And he tells you that you can take 25 each.
Who opened it and
Yeah.
saw it?
Graven.
Okay.
We didn't. No one else saw it though. Only he can see it.
You might be close, but it's also very dark. Oh no, he's got this light. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could
Okay.
probably see it. Yeah.
Yeah, my light. I'm gonna take just the 25 each out.
That's right. So 125.
Yeah.
Are you
That's
giving it to us?
up?
Yeah,
Or you can just
That's
divvy it
gold,
out.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
25.
I'm rich again, baby.
And he doesn't stand yet. He's still he's like propped himself up against one of the boards as he's kind of still trying to get his bearings.
Can we take you to a healer or something, sir?
No, I think I'd like to stay here. But thank you.
Okay.
Will you be safe? Do you have reason to believe any spirits will return tonight?
No. I can sense them and it seems quiet. And hopefully, as I start to clean, they'll know that I mean them no further disrespect. My brother's body. Outside.
I'm afraid to tell you.
I'll take care of it.
I'd rather do that, to be honest.
Well, I'll help you gather.
And he you can hear sort of a warble in his voice as he sort of says, gather.
Unfortunately, he's in a few different pieces.
And then I would appreciate the help gathering him.
Of course.
Look, we're sorry we meant no disrespect.
It was I who did the disrespect. Part of the mission. I thank you for your help.
We admire your sacrifice as well.
This has cost you much, and thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully you'll be able to do something with that information. If not, feel free to come see me tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have a chance to talk to Skens.
If we have more questions, we will be back.
If you could just bring the pieces in and then leave me.
Yes. I'm gonna look around for any kind of big fabric, maybe.
Sure. Yeah. There's also you had seen it while you were outside. He had that cart that he was carting people around. You can use that to sort of
Yeah. Take a card.
make an investigation check.
Went outside to help. What are we doing here?
I can help.
I'll-
I'm
You
already
can do it with
outside.
advantage. You can make it with advantage.
A natural 20.
Great. So you take a look around and you're able to find most of the pieces. It doesn't look like they were disintegrated. It just looks like they were sprawled. You take some time. Graven's sort of wheeling the barrel. A couple other people sort of picking up pieces, putting them in, and you find most of the body.
Erland's still sort of afraid of it. Is sort of by the door, waiting for all the pieces to be done.
It doesn't move or anything. So you're able to find most of the body as it's
Yeah. Wheel it into the middle
Right.
of the...
And he hears it come in as you kind of hit the wood and wrap.
Go to the side of the walls.
Tomorrow, anytime in the later afternoon, if you'd like to come by, I can tell you what I heard from Skens, assuming that I can see him.
Tomorrow afternoon.
Again, thank you.
Rest
Would you like
well.
one of us to go with you to corroborate this story?
I have to say, You're all making me a little nervous. Is there a reason why I shouldn't be trusting Skents? I've worked with him in the city for a long time.
We haven't.
No, we don't. Honestly,
Then I have no reason to believe that he won't trust me.
good. We,
All right.
We've come from Orchupa and we've had problems
Share
having people
negative
believing us
experiences.
before, and so
I see.
sometimes.
Well, as I said, I already brought this issue to Skent, so he was aware of it.
Good.
So
Good.
hopefully this development will not raise any red flags.
All right.
Right.
Tomorrow. Rest.
And he sort of feels his way a little to the center, and you can sort of touch the examination table, and he sort of uses that to sort of steady himself. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
And you guys exit out the door, and you hear the door. And as you hear the door close, with the windows sort of shattered, you can hear a little bit of like some quiet sobs coming.
What's this guy be?
You guys are here in the dark. So, how do you still have your light? So there's some light. So.
Should we take a rest?
Head back to the inn, yes.
To the inn.
Let's go.
Okay.
Is there any particular reason why you two were so late?
We got held up at the institute.
Anything good?
Unfortunately not.
All right. Well, maybe fill us in at the end.
Yeah.
You guys make your way back there. There's sort of
solemn.
yeah, there's sort of a quiet, slow walk back through. And Erland and Orba
Everyone's,
sort of
like, exhausted.
catching their breath. Yeah, I mean, you guys were fighting obviously too, but sprinting all the way here and now sort of quietly walking back through the gates. And you return to the Lakeside Inn, exhausted, nursing some soreness and injuries, more than ready to sleep on a kind of wealth of knowledge that you've acquired since the morning. Seems like a lifetime ago. The kitchen's closed. The first floor is empty except for the innkeeper, who you know, and one lone patron at a table near the back, whose head is sort of slumped against the wall and then like back against his shoulder. It seems like he's sort of fallen asleep. You can hear sort of a quiet snore coming from him. And Prescott sees you all come in, and he's sort of, oh, trouble.
Not anymore, sir.
Nothing too serious, but we do need to rest.
Oh, of course. I hope you're all right.
Thank you.
Do you guys continue upstairs?
Yeah.
As you do, you sort of put your first foot on the thing, and the stairs kind of squeak a little crags, like kind of, and as they do so, the guy sleeping in sort of against the wall on the end, sort of, and he looks up, and he takes a quick scan across you. Miss Quipler, I was wondering if you could lend me your ear for a moment. And Prescott kind of leans forward. This gentleman said he was waiting for someone. He didn't give me a name. I didn't know that it was for you.
Do you know his name?
No.
We all see this.
Yeah, this is happening right in front of you.
Who are you?
Miss Quipler doesn't know me, but I know her. My name is Ferd. And if it pleases Miss Quipler, I'd like to speak to her alone.
Anything?
What's it regarding?
Some history. I mean, you no harm, miss. And he stands up, and he sort of shows he's got no weapons that you can see on him.
Fine.
Thank you, miss.
It's okay.
Well, you know the alarm word.
Thank you, Graven.
If we are asleep when you return to the room, wake us up to let us know you're there, okay?
Of course. Thank you. Rest up.
He sort of waits for Beezaura to come. The rest of you moving upstairs?
Similar room arrangements?
You guys make your way up. And Beezaura comes over. And he pulls out the chair for you.
Thank you.
And he sits.
I'm quite tired.
I'll try to be brief. Like I said, my name is Ferd. And I was a rate runner. And you know what this is. A rate runner was a specific kind of courier that was employed by the agricultural communes around Aramapura and Pachacama. And it was their job to travel between communes and sometimes further to some of the cities, Dillasoon or Inchupa, to check on prices for specific goods. That way they could come to a sort of standardization of valuation. That way the communes weren't bidding against each other, sort of price-wise. And this was not like a position of esteem. It was slightly better than doing physical manual labor. You were still very much a servant of the communes, of someone working on the communes. And he sort of leans forward a little bit so Prescott can't really hear this conversation. When Thomas Pindle sold his estate, which was the largest in the area, and Lady Delarot bought it, a lot of the old unions fell apart. She didn't want any part of agreeing on set prices, and because of that, the area's sort of in a bit of chaos at the moment. Not that I give a shit. Excuse me. Anyway, the rate runners were largely out of commission, and rate running's no golden opportunity, but it's better than standard labor on the communes, and I wasn't going back to that. So I didn't return. I hung out in the outskirts of Erinchupa for a number of years. And recently I heard there was a number of jobs, employment opportunities in Mukmu and Tuktu, so I headed up here. And on my way, I ran into a couple of kids who tried to nick something from my saddlebags when I stopped to take a piss. Now, I wasn't interested in turning them in or anything. I hollered at them pretty good. One of them snapped back at me, said that they were just doing things the Beezaura way. That I'd better let them go or Beezaura herself would come and mess me up. I asked after that a little bit, and they said they'd seen you headed this way. So I thought I'd keep an eye out for you. I recognize you from the pictures. One of the youngest ever to buy our way out and all that.
Right.
Your likeness is posted on the walls of more than just the shared house where you grew up. I know a couple of other people in Mukmu who worked on the communes. Or for the communes, I should say. 2 retired appraisants. And this is a term you'd be familiar with as well. Appraisants are whenever something was damaged or broken on the commune, or there was a lateness or some kind of error led to a loss of profits. These appraisants, who were supposedly neutral parties, would assess the damage and then determine what percentage of that cost the person was responsible for.
Okay.
And they had a terrible reputation for being corrupt. They were supposedly not working for barons and baronesses, but they had this sort of agreement where they would inflate the cost of broken things, lateness. That way it would keep people in debt and working on the communes. So they just had this kind of bad reputation among really anyone that was working on the communes. They're here in Mukmu now, retired, living comfortably and quietly off the riches that they acquired by being corrupt and malicious. What would you say to a little revenge, Beezaura?
Well, I'm not opposed to hearing more.
And he leans in a little closer. The appraisants, Chelsea Danita and Micah Denholm, live here in Mukmu. Don't die in the middle of this conversation. I want to break into their homes during the day when they're likely to be out. And I want to smash everything inside to pieces. I want them to see how they like it when they have to pay for something that's broken and it wasn't their fault.
I know the feeling of that.
I know. That's why I came to find you.
You know when they're not home.
Yes. I've been watching them.
And they can't just buy new things.
I'd like to set them back a bit.
But it'd only take 2 of us to do it.
More than that, and it risks drawing attention, I think. Also, frankly, I don't trust anyone but someone who shares my past.
I understand that as well. I have to tell you, I haven't quite been too discreet around here so far.
I've got a plan for that as well. Breaking things, smashing things, makes a lot of noise, of course. And we have to do it during the day, because at night they're likely to be home.
Right.
And he looks around, sees that no one's around. And he takes his little bag that he had like a shoulder bag that's looped over a chair. He takes it, and he sort of leaves it for you, and he unbuckles it and opens it up. And inside, you see a few parchments, and they kind of have glowing symbols on them. Words, arcane things that you can't read. They look like spell scrolls.
Oh.
I've acquired a few silence spell scrolls.
Yes.
Anything within the area makes no sound. We get into the house, cast the spell, and break everything we can within 10 minutes. And then we get out, and no one will have heard a sound.
You know how to use that?
I do.
You sure?
Yes.
And when do you want to do this? Tomorrow?
Yes.
All right.
That's what I like to hear.
I haven't met one of my own in a while, except for those precious children.
What do we say? 1 o'clock near the wet dock, and we'll head to the first house.
2 houses we're doing?
Yes.
Are they close by?
They're both in the sun, so they're both pretty close by.
Does each one give us 10 minutes for each home?
I've got 4 scrolls. And the plan is to use 2 on each home. That way we can set up 1 downstairs and 1 upstairs. One of us can smash the upstairs, one of us can smash the downstairs, and we move to the next house.
How long have you been devising this plan?
A long time.
Seems so. Let's do it.
All right. And he sort of closes, and he looks over your shoulder at Prescott, who's just, he's not really paying attention. He sort of puts his bag down. No mention of the scrolls to anyone. They're illegal here in Mugmu.
Won't do it. Where are you staying?
I'll be staying over at the Scale House. They have some rooms.
All right. The wet dog. 1 o'clock.
See you at 1.
Thank you for contacting me.
It's nice to see you in the flesh, not just in pictures.
Of course. This will be fun.
I think so. And you can see his visible excitement, and he sort of takes his bag, loops it over, and he gives you a nod, and he scuttles up.
I look at Prescott.
And he's sort of moving away, and he looks up at you.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
No trouble at all.
Didn't seem like it.
Have a good night. I'm going to go rest up.
Good night.
And just go upstairs.
You go upstairs. Open the door, and you see Safira and Orba have started to drift off there. What are you looking for?
When we all walked up the stairs,
are we rewinding a little bit?
I just thought we were walking up the stairs together, and we are gonna have an opportunity to. go
Sure,
to
yeah. Sorry, I thought you guys said you were just going straight to your rooms.
Oh,
yeah, we'll go back as
That's
that conversation
heading
happens.
upstairs.
That's what Erland said out loud.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
I
So
just
they're
wanted
talking
to make
upstairs.
sure that I was walking up last, and I wanted to see what everyone else was going to do as we were doing that.
Okay. What is everyone doing?
Head to my room.
We're heading to their rooms, I think.
Great.
Orba's, she's
I'm
lingering.
gonna give Orba's tail a tug and point to
That's very rude.
and like a light tug just to get her attention and sort of like
Slight little.
eye gesture towards our room.
Sure. I mean, Safira will notice this.
She will notice that, or is
I mean,
Safira's
again-
ahead of us? Or,
Yeah, and the floor makes a little bit of she'll notice if Orba's not following her into their room.
Into our own.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm letting her know.
Okay, sure.
That,
Sure.
and then I'm walking to the room with Graven.
Okay.
What do you do?
Safira's heading into the room, and Orba just goes, I'll be there in 1 second, Safira. I'm just going into the boys' room for a second.
Okay. I'm just gonna let it happen.
Okay.
Can I actually, when she leaves, do I have like a second alone in the room?
Sure. Yeah. You have more than the second.
Can I take out the flask, the lemonade that I have?
There we go.
And I
Little
want
nightcap.
to.
Lemonade night.
Lemon juice.
I know this is weird. I'm gonna do a few different things. I want to smell it. Do I smell anything?
Make a perception check.
I I know it's
That shit ain't weird.
That's not weird.
Picked up a mystery liquid.
Oh!
20!
You tilt your head back and you do like a neti pot through
A
one
neti
nostril.
Oh my god.
You
Gross.
do a good job. You sort of
Go.
pour a little bit into the cap of the
Yeah.
flask, and you kind of sniff, and nothing about it strikes you as anything. Like there's that sweet smell to it, but it doesn't trigger anything.
Okay.
And given your sort of thoroughness in detection, you're reasonably confident that it doesn't have something mixed into it that has a trace. If anything, there was a trace of anything, you do not detect it at all.
Well, it's just lemonade.
So unless it was something that has no odor to it.
Well, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So the part of it that I have in the cap now, can I? No. Is there anything like what I was gonna do is like I take like a leaf when I was walking kind of into the.
Well, you didn't take a leaf.
I know. I don't know if I shouldn't have said that out loud. Is there anything sort of around in the area, like a small stick or like a
Pop the
You have like some
the handle.
torches in your bag or something. Something like or an arrow? Yeah, an arrow.
Yeah, can I take the end of it and insert it into the...
Like dip it in the.
Some strange experiments in that room.
Let's say dip, not insert. Let's avoid insert. No.
Yeah,
So
okay,
which
so
end of the arrow are
Sharp
you
insertion.
dipping in it?
I want the wooden end of the arrow first.
Come on.
The feathered end of it? Like the fletched end of it?
Do what you want to do.
The wooden
Yeah.
end.
Don't let them.
Yeah, the one end has
No,
like feather fletching,
I know.
and one's pointed.
Yeah,
I don't think this is weird. I'm just clarifying.
That's like,
I want to
I
see the
love
feather
this.
part of the
Okay,
arrow
sure.
into it.
You dip it in,
Yeah.
and it makes the feathers a little yellow, but you don't see anything else in that.
Okay.
Water is wet.
All right, let her do her
It now
lemonade.
smells
Sorry.
like lemonade.
So I'm gonna carefully take the cap, pour this back into the flask,
Okay.
screw it, and since I have a minute, she's gonna take. She bought some paper and a quill. She's gonna take a minute to sit down and write.
Sure. We'll head over to the other room.
I presume that we entered
Yeah.
together first.
I mean, like a couple seconds
true.
ahead of time.
Orba.
I'm gonna sit down. There's two beds like next to each
Yep,
other. Yeah.
on opposite sides of the wall.
I'm gonna sort of sit down on a bed.
Anything you'd like to report?
I'm gonna put this down in the center of the room. I'm gonna say, someone's pumping myconid into the ground.
Someone. Where did you get this?
There's a man named Safira and Beezaura are not here for a very specific reason. They're both wanted by someone, and people who are wanted by things do silly things.
Understand.
Alright?
Understandable.
Alright?
I don't. Safira should be here, Erland, but okay.
I watched her tell a small orphan child that she was looking for the lemonade man. That's not someone I want to divulge every bit of information to at this particular moment.
Okay, but maybe she's good at holding on to other secrets that you don't know about.
Noted.
We'll discuss first and decide if we should share with the group later. Alright?
She nods, like, just one quick nod.
There's a man named Marvin Bishop, who's Grimari's old assistant.
So you know him personally.
I had never met him before. But he knew of me, at least. Anyways, he works at the Natural Studies Institute, and we were told he was sick or dying. We broke in, and he's been captured by the Lemonade Man with some sort of spell.
Do you remember being in the underground that first night in Orange Chupa?
Where Erland was stabbed.
Yes, with the wall. He's trapped in something similar, a wall of force. It contains him in this very small little cube.
That only lasted a little while. How long?
There's somebody either channeling it or there is an item that is able to channel it continuously. He's been there for days. At least.
This Lemonade Man has more power than we thought.
It's
Or influence.
perhaps more complicated than that.
Yes.
This was found on Marvin Bishop's desk
Right.
before he was captured by the Lemonade Man. He's been making... This is very similar to what we saw in,
Yes.
in Brickrock, yes?
Yes.
He was creating these for someone. And it seems, based on what we found out today at the graveyard, that they are pumping some sort of mist into the ground and it's unsettling the dead. Whether that's the intentional byproduct of their actions or some unfortunate symptom, we don't know yet. Additionally, we do not know who Marvin is making this for. It was before he had contacted the Lemonade Man, as far as we know.
Right.
The Lemonade Man wants him to build or devise some sort of way to have myconid extract explode from a distance. When we first talked to him, it seemed that he was being held prisoner. Now I'm not so sure anymore whose side the Lemonade Man's on.
This is...
If you found out that someone was pumping gas, making the undead come alive, causing problems in at least
Cities
3
all over the
locations that
country.
we know, I might be inclined to put him prisoner as well.
So you think Marvin Bishop is the bad actor here?
I don't know. And additionally, I don't know if it matters to us right now. Does this change our scouting mission?
No. I think sounds like it's all connected, but...
Does it change anything? I'm not sure whose side we're on right now, and I'm not sure who's on our side.
Does Jillian know this Marvin Bishop?
Not to my knowledge.
Should we ask her?
I don't know.
My concern also is that there were city watch guards all around the Institute when we went. When we were inside, Marvin was about to be visited by whoever captured him, and he could have snuck past the guards like we did, or the city guards are
part and
conspiring.
parcel.
Which is why I was telling Yannick maybe not to go to Skents. I don't know this man, but if the city watch has anything to do with any of this, and Yannick admits that he's discovered this gas is being pumped into the ground, Yannick could be in danger.
The less people that know about Marvin's existence, the more likely he is to survive longer. They need him right now.
You may be right.
Which is exactly why friends of ours who like talking to others might not want to know.
Right. What do you suggest?
I suggest we sit on this until we know what it means.
Until after the scouting mission.
I honestly can't decide if we should tell Jillian or not. Does this affect the mission?
I don't know. The Lemonade
The
Man.
woman,
What
the
do we know
adept
about her?
who let us in, gave me this letter. It was under the assumption that we could save her friend. She gave me a letter and some Colian charcoal pellets to help a supposed poisoned friend.
Okay.
I don't trust anyone anymore. Not that I trusted people before. Is there a way to open this and have it resealed?
There is the spell mending, but I do not have it.
I do.
You do?
I could mend, yes.
Orba, can you detect if this is magic first?
I would take me a moment, but yes.
I would hate to open this and then have it explode in my face or something.
Sure.
Do I have reason to believe that I could rip that open and mend it back?
Is mending, do you have it prepared? Is it ritual?
It's
or
a cantrip, always prepared cantrip.
always prepared cantrip?
Yeah.
You would, if it's not magical, you would definitely be able to prepare a tear in a piece of paper. Yes.
Sweet. Yeah, as long as there's not...
It has a little seal on it, but you would be able to close the seal.
Yeah, as long as there's nothing magical keeping it from, I could reseal it, yes.
We need to find out who this adept Melody is. If she told us she was trying to escape the city because of myconid addicts attacking her.
Myconid addicts.
Again, these machines that are pumping myconid extract into the ground, I don't know who's building them, why they're building them, but I do think that Marvin Bishop...
Are you even sure that it's myconid that's getting pumped in? These vapors?
Marvin Bishop has been a specialist of myconid for decades.
Right.
If I find a contraption being worked on in his office, I have to assume myconid
What if it was, rather than myconid itself, had something to do with stimulating the actual myconids? Or...
Well,
But there's only some in the mountains. They don't.
additionally, he had these two sort of globes
The globes.
that
Looked... Graven raises an eyebrow.
there were two sort of security globes that allowed someone to view into other rooms. And one globe looked into the workshop underneath the festival, and the other was into the room with the transportation circle
In Brick Rock.
in Brick Rock.
There was a third one.
Who's been watching us? Who?
That's Marvin Bishop.
Marvin has.
My guess is.
Do you think
that-
he reported on us to the Lemonade Man?
I don't. He knows me. He knew us. He had seen us in these places.
He knew you guys too.
There are
At this point, I'm just telling you also, you can hear Beezaura's footsteps starting to come up the stairs, just so you know.
Okay.
There was a third globe. My theory is that it has eyes on the third machine that's possibly in this territory that's causing the problems at the graveyard.
I'm putting these.
Do we have a way to
Putting
contact
these
Marvin?
back in my pack
Yeah.
as I'm hearing Beezaura come on.
Barbara.
A
She's
new
so nice.
nickname for Barb.
Do we have a way to contact this Marvin again?
He instructed us to get a GGG.
And you hear the door. You open the door and see just Safira. Are you still writing at this point? It's been about real time, a few minutes here.
I was trying to write quickly. How long would it reasonably take me to write 2 full-length letters?
Like a page?
Yeah.
Like 2 full pages?
Yeah.
I would say you'd be finishing that up at this point.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna kind of finish it up, close it up, and.
So are you purposely trying, as you hear the door opening, to not be seen writing?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm just.
So as you open the door, you see Safira kind of tucking something into her bag. Yeah, she's...
Yeah.
Where's Orba?
She snuck off. I think they're all conspiring against us. I left you the fluffy
Oh.
bed.
Thank you. Are you sure you don't want it?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. You fought well. Cheers.
Thank you. Should I check in? She's the one that told me.
You're welcome to go knock on the door. I'm sure they'll turn you away.
I'm gonna go over.
So you go over, and there's another minute here before she comes, if you want to say something. And you can hear a muffled conversation in the room next door.
What were we just saying?
GGG.
Yeah, it's the thing that we've been looking for since day one.
Yes.
We need a copy of it, and I don't know how to get one. I have an idea of how to get one, but we should do it in the morning.
I also have an idea of how to get one, but it will be later than getting it in the morning.
All right. Well, for
Can
now,
you-
I'll keep my ear out for the...
Can you hear?
Can you start to detect magic?
Okay.
Hello.
Beezaura?
Do you open the door?
Sure.
I started to detect magic.
I'm gonna go to the door and open and say, yes?
I was just looking for Orba. She told me to check in to let her know that I came up okay.
She's alright.
You see me concentrating in the background with my crystal.
She all right?
Yes?
Yes, I'm just letting them know about the Lady Sangara that we heard about today. Perhaps we'll go see her tomorrow.
Wonderful. And were they informing you where they were?
I told you we're at the Institute. The Natural Studies Institute.
Right. Well, I'm sure something happened there.
We got held up with one of the adepts, yes.
Can I see if he's telling me the
Sure, make an insight check. Make a deception check to contest your
being
thoughts.
very...
Uh-oh.
10.
8.
I mean, you can tell something's off. Definitely.
You sure there's nothing you want to share?
Again, it doesn't force him to tell you
Yeah,
anything, but you
doesn't-
can tell
yeah.
that something's...
One of the adepts, Adept Melody, had a poisoned friend. She gave me some Colian charcoal pellets, and I need to try and get it to her poisoned friend. Her poisoned friend's name is Valklav.
True. Well, in that case, I'm off to bed.
Alright.
We all have
Rest.
rest to have.
Bizarre. It's just...
I look back one more time.
There's nothing there.
You coming, Orba?
She doesn't trust me. She's
Oh, she's doing
Using
her
her,
thing.
yeah. You've seen her do this before,
Yeah.
so you can tell that she's doing some kind of ritual spell casting.
We went to the temple today. She's trying out some new prayers.
I see.
That was Anthony.
You don't have to roll. You can kind of tell that's a lie.
Oh my god, you two.
All of you must think I'm dumber than I seem.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Can I go back to the room?
I guess while she is meditating,
Yeah.
do you think we should tell them?
Just as a question, if I'm doing something ritualistically, can I hear a conversation?
Yeah. You're aware of your surroundings a little bit. It's just
Okay.
like, you're not like
Right.
totally shut off, but you're busy, you're...
Okay.
I mean, if anyone, I'd want to see if Jillian knew anything, but...
I agree to a certain extent. I just don't... I'm honestly not sure if this affects our mission. I sort of say we dig around as quietly as possible tomorrow, and then see where we're at when Jillian approaches us.
Right.
If we have anything of substance, I think we should report it. But I don't know if this affects the mission or not.
Game question real quick. These two had the conversation about how she met the Lemonade Man, but we don't know, anything about that yet. Okay.
That's what happens when you don't tell each other everything.
Yeah, I think I'm so useful.
You didn't do it either.
Never had a chance.
Owned. Ears to the ground.
Do you think we should tell the group?
If you're that worried about it, no.
If we ask around about Marvin Bishop the way that they're currently asking around about chess pieces and the Lemonade Man.
Oh no, that's horribly dangerous. We know now that Safira wants to in some way impress the Broken Crown. We know that Beezaura in some way wants to get her freedom from the Gentle Void. I worry about people who are wanted. They could, and both of those organizations could be connected to this somehow.
Yes, at least I know where your allegiances lie. Which is why I'm entrusting you with this.
Right.
I'm gonna sort of sit on the bed and continue waiting for Orba to cast.
Did you guys want to do anything, or we'll go to the end of Orba's?
I'm
We'll
just gonna go back into the room. Safira?
Yeah.
Should we suspect that the others are hiding things from us?
Absolutely. Of course they're hiding things from us.
I just went in there and
Here's what I've learned. Absolutely no collaboration, so we'll go off, do whatever the fuck we want on our own. So, there's no negotiating with these. Yeah, conspiring with or, without us or against us, do you think? I think it's just
It
without,
might be
but it could be a combination.
a combination of both. I would have to agree with you on that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew, right?
Yeah.
It'd be us sitting
Making
here.
friends everywhere we go.
I just went in their room and they were definitely hiding some things from me.
It's not shocking. Yeah. I'm not interested in wasting any time spying on them, so I'm assuming the relevant information that they're keeping to themselves, they're going to, I don't know, do something with, hopefully useful.
I mean, if they're gonna leave out a ranger and a warrior like myself, then I guess that's their choice.
Yeah, well, best of luck to them.
I'm ready to get some sleep and rest up for another day.
Yeah. And I'm kind of I'm actively kind of taking off my shoes.
I'm
and-
plopping
Angrily like, Jim, go to bed.
I'm plopping into the fluffy bed and just laying back.
Sure. And we go back to the other space. Was there anything you wanted to do before Orba finishes?
Yeah. Well, in terms of putting everything out on the table, I suppose I should let you know something that I learned back in Uranchuba about you.
Erland smiles a little bit.
Orba can still hear this, just so you know.
Right. No, I know. Our mutual friend, the healer, Ainsley, told me about the mark on your back. I don't know what it means, but you're worried about people hunting you, hunting our companions. truly curious, are you being pursued at all?
No. I'm not.
Make an insight check.
He is. Oh, that was the wrong way. Jimmied it the wrong
It was cocked and I
way.
jimmied it and I shouldn't have. Investigation?
No, insight.
Insight? 11.
Oh.
It's pretty hard to tell.
I ask only to help if I can.
What did he tell you about the markings?
I know where they might have been put on you.
Oh, where might they have been put on me?
The monastery.
I'm a monk. I've obviously visited a monastery or two in my day.
Atonement's End.
All right, now we're getting
And as
somewhere.
he says atonement's at no. Walls come crashing.
Now we're getting somewhere. What did he tell you about Atonement's End?
Only that most do not go there of their own free will.
All right.
You're so worried about our companions. Are you not worried for yourself? I don't know what they do there or why you might have been or have since left.
The monks at Atonement's End are not after me right now, friend.
You say right now.
The monks at Atonement's End have never been after me.
All right. We all have things in our past that need no explaining, so I just was letting you know.
Well, now I know that you know where I trained.
All right.
Any other questions?
No.
All right.
It's about now that Orba's coming out of her ritual casting.
Just really quickly, what do I know about Atonement's End? Because it shares an island.
It does almost nothing.
Okay. Spooky.
You know it's there and on the island of Shashi, and you know that some people have been sent from the halls to there, but you don't necessarily know why. People sometimes disappear, and people say they went to Atonement's End.
Like people who were misbehaving?
Sometimes for disciplinary reasons.
Would they ever come back?
That you noticed? No.
Can I see Atonement's End from the structure of the Halls of Transmutation?
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
fine.
I didn't know how small the island was.
It's not a huge island, but it's
Is that next door?
I saw you through the telescope.
it's the other wing of the halls.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely farther than that.
Okay, so I've never encountered anybody who was a monk from Atonement.
Not to your knowledge.
Okay, great. All right, so I come out of.
It's not like they have a big mark on them.
So seeing Orba open her eyes, I'm just going to sort of hold it out.
And there's a little bit glowing in the room because you can see Graven's necklace that's kind of glowing that has magic on it. The note does not emanate any kind of glow
Okay.
whatsoever.
Since I see Graven in the background, can I see anything else glowing from Graven?
Does she see anything else glowing? His palm is glowing.
Great. What color? Like what school of mat would that be?
White, maybe?
It would be... no, because she can identify the school of magic.
Yeah,
It would be like...
color coded.
Wow.
Like what
Sorry,
school?
Graven.
It's okay. What school is...
I'm a light cleric.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on, I'll tell you in 1 second.
I don't know. I'm just curious.
It's the school of evocation. It's sort of a reddish glow.
Okay.
It's mainly just the types of spells that you favor.
Yeah.
Sacred Flame is an evocation spell.
Got it.
Does
Okay.
anyone have a dagger of some sort?
I didn't say anything yet, so there's nothing?
Oh, sorry.
No glow?
Never mind, joke's ruined now. Alright, go ahead.
She was gonna go, ah!
Yes, I was, and then you ruined it.
No, I'm setting it down. I'm just holding it up. I'm holding it up.
No, Orba just goes, you're fine. On with it.
I'd rather open it so that I know exactly how to mend it.
Oh, yes.
Never mind.
So I'm going to pass it over to Graven.
No, I'm not even.
You taking like a blade or something? to
Yeah, it's just a
sort of-
very
Yeah.
clean, yeah.
Go ahead.
Shall I read it out loud?
Yes, sure.
Vaclav. That's who it's addressed to. Is that
Yes,
the
that's
name
the
that she
poison
told you?
man. Yes.
I am so sorry to inform you that I am leaving Mukmu and resigning my post at the Institute immediately. I told you we'd try to get the collie pellets approved, and you would be the first in line, but that day is not coming as soon as I'd hoped. Please take this and know that no matter where I go, I am and will always be your friend. If you choose to administer the pellet, be mindful of muscle spasms that persist for long periods of time and sensitivity to sunlight. These are signs that these are signs that more than just the poison is being drawn from your body, and you must seek out a healer immediately. Good luck, faithfully yours, Melody.
May I see it?
Does it still seem like she's lying?
She was a liar.
Once a liar.
I like
I
that
can
logic.
hear.
Always a liar.
Inside 20.
That's honestly surprising.
I agree.
Erland was like, give me the good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, my
Kill the person who carries
my
them.
thought, Erland, was that, maybe she was involved in whatever underground thing was happening at the Institute, and then maybe the cruelty of imprisoning Marvin or something got to her conscience and she took her way out when she saw it.
Are you sure you're not mistaking deception for fear? She was just
It
scared.
wasn't her real name. She lied to us.
No, Melody does seem to be the correct name.
Yeah, Melody.
Well, then why wouldn't Marvin know her?
There are lots of adepts.
She was working there for a year. I don't know how Marvin wouldn't have known who she was. She also took 300 gold.
From who? From the Institute? You gave her 300 gold? I paid 15 gold for those gloves. Give me those gloves.
Sure, I give him the gloves. I think this is worth 300 gold.
We're very curious people.
Is it signed? Can you tell where it...
I believe the information garnered from this is actually worth 300 gold.
I'll mend it. No magic, you said.
No magic. It'll be
Should
okay.
we hold it over a lamp or something?
I think my
Make lemon juice.
arcane skills are.
What about very simple things like that? Can I like hold it over a light?
There's like a-
Is there like a watermark?
Yeah. Yeah, when you're writing lemon
Yeah,
juice.
yeah.
you know?
Invisible ink. Yeah.
Invisible
I
ink.
like where your head's at.
It would technically not be magic. Yeah.
Right?
Lemonade juice.
Lemonade.
Right.
Fuck off.
Oh. Smells like Safira's arrows.
I'll kind of light my hand up a little bit.
Wow.
It's all moist.
Yeah, and
You run your fingers over it and it seals. Makes a perfect seal back across.
Right. I have something to do tomorrow now.
Yeah, our schedules were looking really empty and available.
well, you might have heard I mentioned to Beezaura, which is over there. I found out a name. There is a Goliath who resides here. She's a priestess of the Lakafuyu.
Oh.
Yes, I know. I haven't seen a Goliath in quite a while. And she lives at the temple. Her name is Lady Sengura. And she's middle-aged, crippled, and a priestess.
And you would like to visit her?
Perhaps. It's simply not high on the list of...
I thought we might want to go to the tackle shack. Look into Melody. Sorry, not Melody, Marissa.
That is also a good idea.
That seems to be...
More pressing, definitely.
There's a thread here, and I'd like to know as much as possible about it before we begin scouting.
Should we go early and then perhaps try to make it back to speak to Yannick again?
Yes, actually it's not, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to go downstairs and ask, what's the dude at the front's name again?
Prescott.
Prescott?
Prescott. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm going to ask him if I'm going to describe Melody and just see if he knows her and if that is in fact her real name. just to see.
All right. Oh, ask him if he knows Lady Sangara's full name, by the way.
All right.
While you're down there.
Okay.
Could you hear us while you are detecting magic? All right.
You're both looking at me.
I'm gonna. Would you be interested in trying to get a copy of GGD tomorrow?
Why?
Where?
Yeah, where?
The half-orc named Wesley
Who
deals in
runs the-
sort of... One of the children told Safira in her little interrogation.
One of the she loves those children.
Yes, unfortunately. Mentioned to her that that is where you find black market, sort of off-the-record goods.
Right.
I wonder if maybe there's a copy of GGG First ED kicking around.
You might be able to get it, yes. Well,
You could use disguised person or something like that, so that we wouldn't tip them off.
and since it seems like you're all out of gold, I guess let me know how much it is.
It's gonna be a lot of gold.
We'll see.
It's a first edition.
Anyways, we can, if it's not immediate, then if he doesn't have one on hand, then there are much better ways to get one.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Quick stop at the tackle shack. South of the city, back to Yannick.
Yes, I'm gonna head downstairs now briefly.
All right.
Okay, I guess
Yeah.
I'm going to hit the bed.
Rest well.
Thank you. Sorry for being late.
Worked out okay, I think.
Oh, as I get to the door, one last thing.
Hmm?
All the rooms we've seen with this device have transportation circles.
What device?
With the Bishop, Marvin Bishop's device, have transportation circles.
Yes, I believe so.
Whoever's behind this, I believe, is transporting goods and materials via transportation circles.
Yes, it is no small operation.
Yes. So men, workers, laborers are probably not the best route to follow when we talk to Yannis tomorrow.
What do you mean?
Means that they're moving them via transportation circle, not via paths, roads.
Right.
Whatever it is, if it's copper, if it's glass, if it's
That's a lot
the
more.
myconid extract
A lot
itself.
more underground then.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
I'll be here.
I'm gonna head downstairs.
Door close behind you. You can come downstairs. Prescott's still there. Sort of. It's all alone here. He sees you coming a little bit.
Excuse me, Prescott.
Oh, yes. I thought you went to bed.
I met a lady at one of the pubs
All right.
earlier. She didn't give me her name, and things were going well.
I see.
Cute.
I'll help if I can.
I'd like to describe Melody to him. One of the adepts, I'd like to describe what she looked like without saying the name Melody.
Okay. You sort of listen to it. I'm not quite sure. Someone by that description, it's not distinct. Do you have a name? I can look through the ledger and see if she's ever stayed here.
Do many adepts stay here?
No. Occasionally. Sometimes they do have lodgings at the Institute, I believe. But sometimes, if there's a lot of them there, they get overbooked.
Marissa, Adept Marissa.
He takes a moment to flip through.
Marissa.
Not within the last 2 months that I can see. I have additional ledgers, but not with me at the moment.
What's an M name of some sort?
I have a lot of those.
Melanie, Melody, maybe? Melody.
Flips. No melody.
Alright. Where do adepts typically drink?
Probably at the Water Lily.
Alright.
More academic types, scholars, religious types. It's a calmer atmosphere there.
Yes, alright.
But it depends on the individual. I couldn't say specifically.
Is anyone else sitting around still?
No, it's empty down here
It's
now.
empty.
The only person that was in here when you got here was the guy that talked to Beezaura, and he has
Yeah,
left.
yeah.
So it's empty.
Erland's gonna step outside for a second.
Orba's been waiting at the top of the stairs, by the way.
Okay.
Can I see into the lobby?
No.
I'm waiting at the top of the stairs.
It's like a double flight, goes down and then down.
Okay. Like, I guess I'll be waiting at, like,
The landing.
Yeah.
You went to watch this interaction take place?
Yeah,
And did you not want to be noticed?
Yeah.
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Oh man.
Sorry, I should have. Natural 20.
You are not noticed. Sort of peek ever so slightly. And the way the innkeeper's desk is, like, Erland's facing, it's not directly parallel. He's facing away from you a little bit, so he wasn't able to see you as you sort of came down.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Erland start to move towards the door, as he starts to head outside. You hear them talking.
Mm-hmm. I wait until I hear the door shut, and then I
Here.
come down for a second.
Okay. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry, yeah, no.
You heard the door close?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it like I'm gonna like count to 3 or 4,
Okay.
and then quietly open the door and try to find him.
Like outside?
Yeah, outside.
Okay, so we'll go to Erland first. What did you do as you stepped outside there?
I actually was gonna sort of wait a bit and see if people were walking around, see what the mood on the
There's
streets
a
was
little
like.
bit of activity.
It's very late, right?
Yeah, it's
like 1 in the
extremely
morning.
late. Yeah, I mean, you see one person walk by who seems to have like a little cart behind him. It looks like 2 people of the city watch seem to be heading back towards the area where some of the city watch, the barracks are and stuff. So there's a couple people, but it's very sparse around.
If you were going to, would Erland conceivably know if you were going to travel to Tuktu? Would you have to go to this? Would you most likely have to go to the stables where we left our horses prior first? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you wanted to travel, would there be other places in the city where people are storing horses?
I don't think you know. The only place you've seen where horses are stored are at the stable that was next to the Lakeside Inn.
Oh, okay, great.
You dropped the horses off there.
Yeah, I'd like to sort of go to see if the stable master is perhaps still there.
Okay, you go there. It looks like the window is closed, but there's a little sign that says knock on it.
Okay.
So it seems like you could wake him if it was an emergency. Like it has a thing that says knock.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a light knock.
Sure, you can. And it sounds like hollow on the inside, and you can hear kind of it sounds like someone's kind of getting up from something. And he
Yeah. So sorry to wake you. A friend of mine, Melody, told me to meet her here. Did she stop by already?
told you to meet her now, at this hour.
Late night tryst. Look, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think a melody's come by now.
Alright, are there any other places where one stores horses or carriages?
There's a courier service over near the Broken Crown station. They've got some horses there, but most civilians keep their things here. Unless they keep it at their house.
Alright, thank you.
And you come outside at this point, and Erland appears to have walked. I mean, you open the door and you don't see him.
I don't see him at all.
How long did you wait before?
Only like 3 or 4 seconds.
Okay, you see him walking away. Then you see him walking in that direction.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep like a healthy, 30 feet, 40, like 50. What's a tailing distance? I don't know.
Make another stealth check.
Get it? Tail.
Hey.
That's a natural one.
Tail.
Okay. I mean, it's very quiet outside, and any sort of footsteps across the stone, you can hear the sort of. So you can tell that someone's behind you, definitely.
So I'm gonna look behind me to see who's following me.
You see that it's Orba.
Another one of these.
Orba's like head gets really low. She was feeling so good, and she walks up.
We're going to the Water Lily.
Right now.
She nods.
Isn't it like 1:30 in the morning?
I think you should change your appearance and ask after her. They already know I was there. They already know what it looked like.
She nods quietly again.
And don't follow me ever again. And we're gonna walk over to the. I'm gonna start walking to the Water Lily.
Do you follow?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys make your way over there, and it appears dark.
This is all in real time, right?
More or less, yeah.
Can I go downstairs and talk to...
You didn't go to. I thought you said you were going to bed. Did you not go to bed?
I was waiting for him to come back up. I asked him to ask a question for
Okay.
me.
Yes, he has not returned at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs.
We'll go there in a
Yeah.
second. You head over to the water lily, and it is dark. And you gotta estimate at this point it's 2-something in the
Right.
morning. And this is also the bar that's not like the rowdy stay out late there.
The scholars.
No light.
Do we know which one was the rowdy stale late one?
I mean, it is the Scale House, but I don't know that you know
I
that.
don't think anyone's. No, did Melody say she usually drinks at the scale house?
No, she says she usually. Oh wait, I wrote that down. Hold on.
She said she usually
Yes, she
drinks
has
somewhere.
the usual bar, and that bar is called. Excuse me.
Notes check.
That should be a
Hold on.
thing.
Check that.
Definitely wrote this down.
I definitely didn't.
I definitely did. Oh wait, hold on.
We'll go over to Graven.
Yeah,
for a
sorry.
second.
Yeah.
Come down, and you see Prescott there, sort of manning the sort of lectern that he's at.
Did the half elf come down here?
Oh, yes. He just left a moment ago.
Did he say where he was going?
No.
Well,
And then I think your tiefling friend also came down.
the tiefling. I'm gonna go to the door and open it up real quick and see if I.
Open their door?
No, the front door.
Oh, the
place
front door.
to see if I can see them out.
You don't see them. They have moved off at this point.
I'll come back in and. What?
Something wrong?
No. Do you mind if I ask what he asked you?
He was looking for someone.
Looking for someone.
Yes, he said he was meant to meet someone and that he wasn't able to find them. He asked me to look someone up in the book.
Who? Do you mind if I ask?
And he sort of seems a little trepidatious. Make a persuasion check.
13.
13.
Friend of yours, this half-elf.
Yes.
He asked after a Marissa and then after a Melody, neither of which had stayed here,
Right.
to my knowledge.
Right. Are you familiar with the Lady Singara of the Lakafuya Temple?
Yes, the only other Goliath I've seen in quite a while.
Yes, I.
Is that a Goliath thing?
Yes. Don't worry about it. Do you know her full name by any chance?
I think people just call her Lady Sangala.
Got it.
She's never stayed here, to my knowledge.
No, I wouldn't imagine so. Is this somewhere I can... Thank you for your time.
Yes.
Go out the door, and is there? I mean, they've got dark vision, so there's not anywhere I can. Is there like a bench out front of the place? Outside of the one.
There is a bench out there. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit on the bench.
Oh man, Dad's mad. Dad's really
I will
mad.
wait till my kids come home.
We're gonna try the wet dock.
Okay. So you went down. Now you're heading back up into the sun. You walk all the way over there. Also appears to be dark.
All right. Back to the lakeside inn,
Oh my god!
Wow.
which is it's next to it's like next door.
Yeah, that's super close. And you see Graven waiting at the outside. You see him before he sees you because of the dark vision.
I'm just gonna keep walking up to the lakeside inn,
And you see them approaching.
waiting for someone.
I suppose.
I forgot to ask about the Goliath friend.
Don't worry about it. Listen. Is it? What adventure did you go on this time?
Erland kind of has to laugh at it. If I just want to find out if it's her real name,
Who?
Melody,
Melody.
and if she's leaving town tonight, so it has to happen quickly.
All right.
So I'm gonna pop back.
Listen.
Oh, stop at the door. Look at him. Yes.
You have all these ideas of things you want to share with certain people and not with others. There's an entire web of...
I told you I was going to ask after Melody. I literally told you that I was leaving the room, which is what I'm doing.
All right.
And the Tiefling tried to follow me, so now she's here too.
Orba kind of, grimaces a little. I was trying to be sneaky. It didn't work.
All right. Just
Let's just try to be honest with each other.
I'm the one that's trying to tell everybody.
Told you I was leaving to find. I'm going inside. Prescott.
Still there?
Oh, did you see the Goliath?
Yes,
He was looking for you.
I just bumped into him. Yes. We are looking for a place to drink. Where might we do that at this hour?
At this hour, I think only the scale house would be likely to be open.
And where would that be?
And he describes it to you. It's the 11 that's in
not
the middle.
Where did you guys just go?
Wet
again?
We went to the wet dock,
Food
which
place.
is more the restaurant.
Wet dock and the water lily?
Yeah.
Yep.
The scale house is
Okay.
Yeah,
Scale house is where she went, but we don't know.
That's where
Got it.
Jillian drank with Safira.
Alright.
Yes.
Thank you. You popping back outside. Sort of,
What?
scale house is this way. Very tired at this point.
Orba reaches her hand out to Graven. You want to come?
Let's go.
Not the rhythm.
Take your hand.
You make your way over there, and it's still lit. And you crack the door open, and the music. There was music here when Safira was here, but it's quiet in here. You can hear the clinking of some dishes, and there are a few people in here, 5 or 6 people. There's a crowd of 3. There's another little pocket of 2, and you see the Dragonborn bartender at the bar, and you see him sort of starting to put some things away. Looks like he's like picking up a crate and loading some things in, and he sort of hides it under the.
I'm gonna go up to the bartender.
Sure.
Excuse me.
And he sort of turns, and you see the sort of head turn around, and he sort of, yes.
Ale, please.
Of course. And he sort of pours. 5.
Copper?
Yes.
I give him 5 copper.
$5 milkshake.
I was looking for a woman that I was getting rather along well with. She didn't give me her name. But...
And he sort of, and as he does it, there's sort of smoke kind of coming out of his nostrils a little. He laughs a little bit. Yes.
This is embarrassing. One of the adepts, and I describe Melody. Do you know her? Do you recognize her name?
Sounds like Melody.
Yeah, what, she was one of the adepts, yes?
Yes, like you said.
She hasn't been working here a long time, right? She mentioned that.
She's been coming here for at least a number of months, so sure.
Alright. Should I pursue her? Is she an interesting person? Is she... What kind of person is she?
Don't know her. I don't think she has a husband, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, that was part of what I was asking. Anyone around here know her?
And he looks around. Feel free to ask, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Alright. Thank you.
And he turns back to his...
Walk back over with my ale and give it to Graven.
Oh, thank you.
It's Melody. Her name is Melody.
Great.
Yeah. She was very suspicious of
Now you
someone
have
telling the
no...
truth entirely.
I was going to say, now you have no reason to doubt her. That you know of.
Not that I know of, no. She could still be quietly, like, mixed up in this.
Right.
She could be leaving for reasons outside of what she said, but her reasons for leaving, or her leaving and her name and all seem true.
But you don't have any reason to think that she was trying to keep you away from...
No.
Is anybody close enough to hear us?
Barvin Bishop.
Yeah, Marvin Bishop.
I believe
You can talk quietly.
she helped us get to him.
She seemed concerned for his well-being also.
All right. To bed then. It's a rather long day. That was entirely fruitless.
All right, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Orba asks for a sip too.
All right.
I have a little sip.
That's back and forth. And then you guys make your way back to the... Is anything happening on your way back? Great. So you guys make your way back. Go up to your rooms.
Could I have reasonably also slipped a little note onto her pillow?
Sure, definitely.
Onto my pillow.
Yeah, onto your pillow.
Yep.
It's for you.
Because I think we shared a
That's
bed.
okay. It's not like a
Oh, okay.
secret note.
I'm always left out.
It's not a secret note.
You could have looked at it. It's on our pillow.
Yeah,
I'm
you could
asleep,
have,
man.
yeah.
I gotta recover.
Both of us just passed.
I gotta recover. I'm done. I'm sleeping.
And you guys go to rest for the evening. You heal up to full. Your spell slots are restored. Your superiority dice are restored.
Yeah.
Key points
Flip it
restored.
all around.
And the morning comes. Some of the soreness has abated, but a little more has set in. Sort of feel your limbs, move everything else.
Oh yeah, does that go away?
Yeah, after a rest, yeah.
Bummer.
And there's a slight sort of fragrance of a musty undead aroma coming from some of your weapons and bags where you sort of hit things. It kind of has a stale smell to it. I mean, you haven't bathed since the battle.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, do
that's
we
like a thing.
take showers?
There's usually like at an inn there might be like an area with baths or water pumps or something like that. And you rise, and once again the downstairs of the Lakeside Inn is sort of a spirited energy crowd to it. You can hear conversations. People, the kitchen is clearly opened up. You can hear people using, some kitchenware and some bowls. And you guys rise around roughly the same time. You guys can kind of hear each other as you get up. Go to the girls' room first.
Yeah, Orba fell asleep holding your note and just like kind of shoots out of bed like she normally does after a night's rest. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
Great. Felt you come in a little bit late last night.
Yeah, it was busy.
What were you up to?
Busy. Just busy.
Really enjoying all these cryptic answers from all of you. It's very nice.
It's nothing personal, Beezaura.
I'm sure.
Well,
Look, Orba, you need to make sure you're protecting yourself, yeah?
of course. You don't trust the boys?
No. I don't trust the boys to necessarily not put you in danger, no, but... What am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to trust them to not? Why would I? What evidence do I... Look, I just think...
Safira's putting all her stuff back on.
Look, I've got actually quite a few things that I'd like to get to today. I'm sure you do as well. If you've got a minute, at some point, maybe tonight. I had an idea. The Lemonade Man, I know you guys think it's strange, but seems to have an affinity for children.
Excuse me?
Really?
Nothing, he's using them somehow.
How do you know?
I was on my way down to the graveyard last night, and there were some mothers walking with children. They all had cups, and I asked them where they were going. And there was a man handing out lemonade. Could have been nothing, could be something.
Was it tainted?
I don't know, but I have some of it, and I'm going to get it tested today.
Are you going to drink some of it?
Absolutely not. Of course I'm not. Why would I do?
Did it
This
look
is
like...
what I mean when I say, because I don't know what they would say, but absolutely never put anything in your mouth or your body that you don't know what it is, ever. I think that should be absolutely patently obvious, but no, I'm not drinking it.
Did the children seem to be affected by it?
I don't know. They're kids. The lemonade. I have no idea, but it's weird, and it's not a coincidence. I guarantee you, because whether or not it's drugged, that's not what he's using them somehow. Whether or not it's to spread information, to spy on people somehow, to distribute things in an underground. I don't know why he's doing it, but I swear they're involved, and. Also, there has to be something underground here. I want to know how we get underground. I want to know what is underground here.
Why do you think there is something underground?
Because the miasma, he said.
We heard about the vapor.
Do you think that this is something that we should share with the group?
Poor Orba.
Do you think they'd have any good advice on how to find what's
Honestly,
underground?
I think they'll laugh at me, but I mean, look, you know I don't keep very many secrets, so you can tell whoever makes you feel comfortable, Orba. I don't want to put you in
If
a
we're
position
going to
where
start
you
sharing with
expect
the
me
group,
to.
we should all be there, not make Orba
No,
send
that's-
our messages.
I
I'm sure-
agree with you, Beezaura.
Thank you.
I
Yes,
feel like
because transparency has been such a, well-abided policy in our group.
I think we need to all start practicing transparency. You can
Maybe
tell
we
Orba's getting
Maybe we should all gather for some morning porridge and discuss the day's plans.
that sounds like an excellent idea. Thank you.
Should we see if the boys are awake?
Sure, yeah. Would you like to go and knock on their
Can
door?
I, like, as
Would
she says
love
this,
to.
with the idea, walk out and kind of just without any.
Safira can do it.
And they weren't awake yet, but they sort of.
I'm just gonna call it, "Oi, you boys up!"
Wearing like just like a loin. I don't know.
She didn't open it.
No, I know.
Oh,
but
yeah.
What? I don't know. What do I wear to bed?
You have like an under tunic that you would wear under. Yeah.
A loincloth.
I was gonna say like
He's like
just,
wearing just a
like
leaf.
rolled down like barely.
There also was a blanket, but yeah.
No, but I go to the door.
Oh,
like,
yes,
half naked.
yes.
Is what I'm trying to say.
You are-
and just
yes.
like open the door like.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Morning. Want some porridge?
Maybe I'll dress.
Yeah, no, I think you should come down just as you are.
Thanks. Close it in your face.
Are you guys heading downstairs?
Yeah.
You guys start to head downstairs, and as you guys are coming down, Prescott waves for your attention.
Of course.
All of our attention?
No.
Orba and Safira. Yes.
Yep.
Early this morning, a couple of notes came in.
Boy.
One for Safira and one for Orba.
And that's where we're gonna end. We're already a little over time.
His magic hand.
I can't even see it. That is straight up mean.
That's the worst.
Mean. Oh my god.
Truly
And
the
I'm
worst.
gonna put it back in my
Check the
secret
cameras. I bet he.
folder.
No.
You are so mean.
If anybody caught a glimpse of that, right in.
That's where we're gonna end it for this evening. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Great episode. A lot of fighting, a little bit of intrigue at the end.
What
Yeah.
the
Oh my
what?
God.
As we all figure out what the next steps are.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, Beezaura's got some. got some
I'm
plans.
excited. That's gonna be fun.
Oh my God.
goodness.
Thank you guys so much for joining.
Yay!
Now-
Thank you,
Number
everybody.
24 kicked it.
Everybody's so good. Oh yes,
Number-
do you
I
have
think
any?
we had a couple of subs. Cool.
Yes,
stream.
I saw there was like
Jonathan.
a first time sub, and of course my phone restarted and I lost
Yeah,
their
me
name.
too.
I don't know.
That's
if
why I just
they-
have mine just.
Oh, we're gonna get your name.
Oh,
we're
we'll
gonna thank you.
out. We're gonna find you.
Wait,
We're gonna thank you whether you like it.
you
We're gonna
so
thank
thoroughly.
you so thoroughly.
Yeah, my phone reset, so I didn't get it.
Yeah,
I'm so
thank
sorry.
you guys.
I usually try to do a shout out on social though, so
We saw you guys.
yeah, you are appreciated.
Yay! Thank you so much. We'll be back next Sunday.
Oh my
boy,
God.
oh boy.
Too far away.
We'll see what happens. Thank you guys so much. For seeing that.
Bye.
Bye. you.